Now.
Now.
Time is now. I should probably set up more cameras, huh?
That's why we had the pre-game.
Yes.
It's all good. It's all good. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll give you a little bit of candid time. I'll sit out for a second. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Live at the Workbench with Paul and Brian. And tonight we have a special guest. We have my good friend Phil Duple with us. Phil builds stuff. He's going to be building stuff with us. I'm building stuff. Paul's building stuff, and I'm tired of looking at myself. So I'm gonna bring everybody back.
I have a camera here, so we're set up now.
I already introduced you guys. If you want to introduce yourselves again, talk about what you're building, you're more than welcome to. When we start with you, Mr. Paul.
Hey, I'm Paul, Gumpla Paul on most social media. I am building the 00XN riser. The 00's done, and just building some of his weapons now. And I got to build the riser at some point tonight. So
that space chicken that goes on the back of it, right?
Yeah. He's got a ridiculous backpack. It's that's why I like it. I like ridiculousness.
Is that the one where the airplane docks in his back?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, got to have. What good is anything without an airplane on your back?
No, I'm literally like a huge Thunderbolt fan, so like we just like strap tanks and bazookas onto things. So like, I have no room to give anybody any static about anything.
I mean, having a flying robot that you fight with is already pretty ridiculous. So
yeah, I don't think anybody's got any business too cooling anybody in this hobby, so we're good.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was Zach said something about the. Wing Zero Custom about that. Like he was like, a lot of people hate that it has wings, but isn't a flying robot already pretty ridiculous?
Space.
True.
Got a good point there.
All right, and even though I don't know if anybody's watching us right now, Phil, please.
Well, to all the nobody that's watching,
people in the future that will inevitably watch this video.
I'm Phil. I go by PhilBuildsStuff on the internet. I am in fact building stuff tonight. I'm working on this little Thunderbolt Zaku that I'm very nearly done with. So I'm going to be detailing and maybe getting some decals and stuff on here while I'm talking with these guys. Cool.
Sweet.
That's what I'm doing.
Everybody loves decals. Do you have a specific flavor of decal you like more than another, or do you just have like a nice hodgepodge that you've collected over the years of gaming?
I've got the pile. So like anytime I'm at like a show or anything and somebody's selling decals, I'll just grab a bunch of stuff off of them. And some of it's like for specific kits. Some of it's like I almost never actually end up using the stuff that's for kit X. Like I just like I'll grab like one or two like things that I feel like it needs to have, and then the rest of it I just raid the pile.
Oh yeah. I agree with that. That philosophy rings true for me as well, I believe.
I love, you can never have too many decals.
Nah.
I think that's
the
rule of modeling.
And it's funny because like I almost never get to that point in a build. Like a lot of my stuff is so torn up that it looks silly if I have very many decals on it. So it's like I just end up with this massive pile of decals that may or may not get used someday. But it's getting impressive. So.
It's getting impressive. There's a certain caliber of nerd that finds it very, very cool.
Somebody would think this was awesome.
You're right. I do think it's really awesome.
I'm a decal fan.
Yeah, we're decal hoarders a little bit. I do need to get some more of those Child of Mecha decals in different colors. I just have the white ones right now, and I've been abusing them.
Yeah, now he's got what, gray and black as well?
Yes, he is.
Gray and red?
Gray and red. Gray and red. There should be
I think I only have white. I have like 2 or 3 sheets though.
Oh, dudes. This shit looks like it fucking belongs there.
Yeah, I like his decals. I'm also a big fan of high Q decals just because you can get some interesting color, like, pastel purple and stuff like that. I like that. I like it.
I dig it. All right, I'm going to show this real quick to you dudes because we talked about this for a split second before. That looks like it belongs in there.
Oh, yeah. That's a good fit. I like that it's a nice bulky connector too. Like with the bigger resin kits, the lots of little pins thing always feels a little spooky. That's a good idea.
Yeah, actually, the pins because they're set out to be like millimeter, like 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, and stuff like that. I actually upgraded everything to 1/8 inch is the smallest pin, pretty much. Well, I guess there's a couple of little noodly dudes that get like a 0.35 or 0.035 steel welding wire.
Right.
So like that's what I use for like the thinnest pins, but everything else gets like a brass, like 1/8 inch brass tube, which is quite strong. Or even bigger. This one I believe is 3/16. So for the bigger ones, the bigger, harder connections, they get even bigger tubes. So they're decent as opposed to little like millimeter brass rods.
Right.
In theory, we'll see.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to. Maybe I can harvest some hip pins out of some of those Zaku remnants I have, the mega size Zaku remnants I have. And hey, Alex is in the house. What's up, Alex? Sorry to interrupt myself there.
Yeah, Alex and Michael.
Yeah, and Michael too. I said hey, Michael earlier when he stopped in right at the beginning. Oh wait, no, he was a pre-roller. He was at 8:57, nice and early.
Ooh, you're the man, Michael.
Well, we don't get the crazy squad like Tim does, but that's all right.
Ah.
It's not about quantity; it's about the quality of the viewership.
We get Alex.
All right, go back to me.
Mr. Doof. The Doof.
The Alex.
I actually, before I go to bed tonight, I have to watch the Doof's new video. I didn't get a chance today at work.
I watched it today on the lunch. It was good. I think that Alex should build something. That's just because I build a lot of stuff, and I like to watch Alex build stuff too. You know who else builds stuff? Phil.
I heard Phil does.
Yeah, it was kind of funny when I was out for SCGMC a couple of weeks ago. Like, people kept making fun of me for like anytime I was like not doing anything for 10 consecutive minutes, I'd just be like cracking open a kit and putting it together.
Oh, sure.
And everybody's just like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, it's like my name. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I build stuff.
Everybody seemed vaguely surprised at that.
And now you got to change it to Phil does not build stuff.
Yeah, right. Don't do anything.
Jesus.
Just sit around and judge you guys.
Exactly. Nice. Mr. Captain Weirbeard Gabriel is in the house. How you doing,
Hey,
man?
Oop, all right, this camera's pissing me off.
Is it still doing the dropsies on you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You'll have that.
Yeah, one day I'll fix this, but probably not today.
Just like one day you'll build that GPO2 for Mechanicore.
Oh, that's not likely.
Oh, you're gonna pay me?
One day. Those Mechanicore kits, man, it's just you can't not buy them. Like if you have any interest in them,
Oh, dude, I
you
know.
have to get them. Like
made a GPO too.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I wish I had gotten the Ziegler. I really want the Ziegler. I still want the Ziegler, but
yeah, that's what the. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but they don't. It's a limited release, so you either buy it up front or you pay a ridiculous amount more later down the road, or you can't find them.
Right.
Yep.
So even if you have a remote interest,
guess I'll just have to make my own Ziegler.
There you go. And the GPO2 is one of my favorite designs, so I needed that one.
Yeah, it's pretty swanky.
The Deep Striker was stupid. I don't know why I bought that.
It means a Tiefstammer.
Yeah, I was probably drinking that night.
You were probably having some retail therapy.
Yeah.
With your liquid dinner.
Yeah, that was
Just kidding. I don't think you have
That was a confirmation email. I was like, oh shit, why did I do that?
Can I take this back?
Maybe a little bit of FOMO mixed in there.
It's the worst too because it doesn't come out, like you pre-order it and you pay like a deposit, and then a year and a half later when the thing comes out, like, this invoice that you're like, shit, why did I do that? It's so stupid.
This wasn't in the budget when I ordered it. Why did I think it would be now?
Oh, and this last one, so I think I paid for the teeth sturmer, I paid like $150 deposit, and then I paid $150 when the kit was released, and then it was like another $150 for shipping.
Yeah, that's
I was like, oh my god, this was a bad idea. I'm never gonna build this stupid kit. I could have put like 30 regular master grades.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the super fancy kits. I mean, your logic of get it while you can is definitely true, but I don't know, man. I'm just every time that I've maybe got the loose budget to do something like that, I'm just like, oh god. So
that's how I got this bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I see that's tough though, because like
here's a perfect storm. Okay, I had just gotten
like a whole other level.
Bonus, just gotten a good Christmas present from my mother-in-law, so cash money, and I was like, you know what, man? I just saw this email the other day that this is available now. Like, so I was on the mailing list. I need to just nab on it, and I did.
Stars aligned, and
yeah, exactly, and that was it. And I was like, yeah, and I jumped on it, and then like 4 other times I went to buy Kallamity kits, I missed out. So yeah, it's just kind of like. Yeah, no. So I interrupted you. I'm sorry, Phil. So you were saying the big.
No, you hit it on the right one, man. That's the Regal is super cool design.
Oh sure.
I'm glad you got in.
Of course.
It's kind of the same thing too. You don't know when and if that will ever come back out again. You know? Like how many times are you going to get a chance to buy this?
Yeah, this last run he made 50 of them.
The
I got number 12.
Those kits bums me out, but whatever.
Well, I think that as as it's growing a little bit more in popularity, and these like resin kits, these more crazy, outlandish, and like somewhat higher end resin kits, though even garage kits, whatever, become more in demand. They'll become more available. I think, obviously, like the supply and demand sort of deal. But yeah, it does like. Now it's kind of painful.
Yeah, it's a little too rich for my blood still, but
there's that.
I definitely think they're cool. I love it, and Luca's a different thing too. Like he's a one-man operation, does everything from the design all the way up by himself. So
yeah, he has a casting house to his castings for him, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to the concept of giving an artist money, being an artist that wants your money myself. So
exactly.
It's like I'm totally like I don't think it's unreasonable what he charges or anything. It's just I can't do it, man. And I want to do it. I want to do it so bad. But someday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just a matter of time.
Right.
Yeah, luckily this last Mechanicore kit, I think they're doing the XS now, and I have no interest in it. So I'm free.
You got the 1.5, right?
Yeah. Oh, I was like the next morning I was going to buy the regular XS. I think I just couldn't find one in stock at like it's one of those kits I always wanted, and I was like, all right, as soon as USA Gundam Store or Gundam Planet or someone has it in stock, I'll grab it.
Right.
And then they announced the 1.5. And I was like, oh, I'll just wait.
I hate when I have to bring out the hammer.
It's got a really fun aftertone to it. I don't know what that is, but there's a weird resonance in there. It looks pretty awesome every time you hit it.
Oh, that's got to be the springs on the boom for the mic.
That would make sense.
Just got to make sure this thing sits. That is not square at all.
I don't know why I love that noise so much, but it's totally doing it. It's just like vaguely cartoony. So.
I'm gonna have to manipulate that with some pliers, I think, or something. I need a mallet. Give me some mallet. Actually, I need to be hitting a block. That's what I'm doing wrong. Why didn't you guys tell me?
What the fuck are you thinking, Master Craftsman?
Hey, who told you that? You are mistaken. I'm just a fool that gets lucky. I got a couple of good ideas, and I'm good at making it work out. I don't let people call me master. A bunch of weird things get in line when you say that. People go
not,
like,
not without
master.
paying usually.
I see what you did there. I really walked into that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
I just meant like, because people have been trying to call me, oh, you're the master finisher or whatever at the metal shop. I'm like, no. Do not call me that. I do not want the responsibility that comes along with that name. Homie, don't play that. As it has been said.
What do we got here? Got some comments. Rather pay it all up front. Who knows if I'll have the money later? Yeah, I guess that could be an issue.
Okay.
Michael says, "Pay for art." What is this, Europe?
Nice.
Alex calls you senpai.
That's cute. That's real cute, Alex.
Not ready to buy a full-on resin kit yet, but maybe one day. Hey, don't rush it, man.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
They're not all like insane investments. Like some resin kits are just perfectly affordable, fun little projects, and I'm not quite sure how it earned the reputation that it has of being like, this is what you've messed with if you're really good. You know, I'm like, dude, it's just the different casting material. Like, just have fun with it, you know? But yeah, I see a lot of people get like super intimidated by it, and I'm just like, don't do that.
If anything, I would say that you probably would learn more from some of the cheaper kits. Like if you buy something with a bad not the greatest of castings, you know, if you later down the road when you get something better,
yeah,
you'd probably be in much better shape.
Learn to appreciate it.
Right. You always learn.
I mean, you can get stuff off E2046 for pretty damn cheap, and you know, like whatever you're into too. If you want a mech, if you want, you know, like a person or something, whatever.
Right. Yeah, even like wargaming stuff. Like a lot of the bigger wargaming stuff has gone over to resin casts, and that's not nearly as expensive as like, you know, one-off, you know, arty sculpts or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Or even you could do like a conversion kit or something, you know, like
yeah, get a dress up.
Yeah, one of the GK dress up kits, or I mean, some of the like infinite dimension ones are, you know, quite pricey, but you can get. I've seen some cool ones. Maniac Studios and
GK. I mean, for one, does some.
Yeah, what was the one? I think Andy built it. The one for the Barbatos. That one was pretty cool.
Was it the dragon one?
I don't remember. I just know it kind of. No, I don't think it was. I think it was the dragon one. I think completely changes the whole look of the kit. This one just made it like more edgy.
Yeah, I know the one that Andy did too. I saw it at IPMS. Sorry about the vibrational noises, my dudes.
But I thought that one looked awesome. And I don't think it was a very expensive kit.
Pabs is doing one right now that I don't know if it's a complete kit on its own or if it's just a really involved conversion, but that looked really cool.
He's doing something crazy. I seen it on the internet. When was the last time you pulled out a screwdriver and a hammer and tapped on your kit? You haven't really lived, kid. I tell you. So you got a hammer and a screwdriver.
That Simp Sotheby dress up was really nice too.
Oh, the real grade one, right?
Yeah.
That is nice.
Pabs
They're doing a
painted that one
contest
up
right
for
now
him.
too. I
Are
think. Yeah. I think the
Is that the one USAGS is doing?
Yeah, and I think the prize is that kit. It's the I think they're giving away 2 of them if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
And I don't think you necessarily have to like build something that involved. I think you can even use just one of their weapon, like their rifle kits. They sell like little resin rifle kits,
Right.
and as long as you use one of those, you can enter like a Bandai model with their rifle.
That's cool.
Well, that's cool for sure.
I do like those little rifle kits that they make. Those are neat.
Yeah.
A couple. I need to see them in person. My backlog.
Yeah, I like their stuff, and it's cool that they're U.S. based, right? Aren't they the ones based in North Carolina, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they do.
Okay.
I assume True Auto know them then.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he's done some photography and stuff for them.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
they do. Was how I heard of them, actually.
Yeah, they do decals as well, right?
I think so.
I believe they have decals.
I don't know.
All the good stuff, man.
I like decals.
Yeah, decals, resin kits, real grade conversions. That's pretty interesting. Holy small parts, Batman.
I'm into it. I need the space savings and the more recent RGs are so nice that I'm just like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I built the I've only built 2 RGs. I built the GP01 and I wasn't like crazy about it. It was just kind of floppy and everywhere. It looked really good when it was built, but it was just kind of a pain in the ass. But I built the Sazabi not too long ago, and it's really nice
so
kit.
Nice.
Yeah,
so nice.
I was like, man, I guess I have to give Real Grids another shot.
That's one of the most fun kits I ever built. Like, I enjoyed the whole process of it.
I just got the Sinanju and the Unicorn, and I just won the Crossbone the other day at Anime NYC.
I think the Unicorn was like the changing point for that line. It seemed like that was the first one that got a real positive review, and then after that,
well, Phil and my friend Eric has been building this RG Sazabi for the longest fucking time. I don't know if he's finished it yet or not, but he was painting it.
That's awesome.
You seen that, Phil?
No, I didn't know he was still working, or I didn't know he had one. I've only seen him work on like smaller stuff.
Yeah, he's got an RG Saz. He's been Sazabi? Sinanju, my bad. Sinanju.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen the Sinanju he was working on.
Yeah, and I got him a gym sniper way back in the day for as like a gift or whatever. I don't think he's touched that either.
Oh,
these kids.
It's a cool kit.
Yeah, it's all right. I got the dingo.
The dingo.
She's all right. Did not eat my baby, but it does have terrible hands.
Yeah, they put the 3.0 hands on that, right?
On the dingo.
Yeah.
On the regular sniper.
Yeah, because the regular one just has the swappable fingers, which work great for like a big rifle.
Works perfect for the things you need it for. You know what doesn't? Type 3 hands.
And it didn't even include the other hands in the kit, did it? Like,
it does not.
That's kind of baloney.
It is baloney.
Malarkey.
That's why that kit is in the backlog stash. Or not the backlog stash, the build. But yeah, sorry, Michael says what?
The real grade new is supposed to be a nice kit. I have heard that as well.
Oh, I have that as well.
Yeah, I've only heard good things about that one.
Yeah, I have it. It's right here on the ground over here. I got a bunch of stuff lying around the house. I gotta fucking do something about it.
I have the Verka new. I do not have the real grade new.
Yeah, the only other RG I built other than the Sazabi was the Zagak, which until I built the Sazabi is my favorite kit that I ever built. That thing is so much fun.
Dude, I love Zagaks. They're great.
Yeah,
it's crazy. The limbs are so strong and flexible. Like I literally like put it in like a headstand breakdance pose as soon as I built it. It was like, this is the coolest thing of all time.
And it was just like smiling, like, yeah, Phil.
Yeah.
Do it again.
This is what I was made for. Sup now?
I have the master grade one, and even that one, I mean, it's an old kit, man.
Yeah.
It's like from 2003, and it's still like rock solid like that.
That's
the
awesome.
Same, the limbs, love them. It was one of the more interesting builds. Like nothing was anything like any other kit I've built.
Nah, totally. This was the same, and it just both that one and the Sotheby, I completely enjoyed the entire process. Like no part of it felt tedious, you know.
All right, moment of truth.
Yeah, the Sotheby I remember looking at for a but it just went so quick.
Yeah, I mean it's basically a mini Verka, and the Verka parts are so big that it like I don't know, it almost balances out, you know, like it doesn't really feel like that many parts on the little one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, here we go. We got square peg or square hole for a round peg.
Okay.
It's in there. I carved my little channels out. I got my modified component here. Let's see if it works.
Get it in there.
Oh, baby. Look at that
We have a fit.
Look at that
we
fit.
got a fit.
My goodness, that looks good.
I love it.
It's a little cockeyed. That's all right. It's a resin kit.
Yeah, it works.
Pretty freaking good. Okay. Now I just need to fit the other square hole, which I carved here. Ooh, zoom in. Come on, focus, baby. Focus, focus, focus. For the love of Jesus, focus.
There's a giant square hole in here. You just have to trust me.
You just have to trust me on it, guys. There it is.
Boom.
Oh, thank gosh. I just had to get the right kind of lighting. I was too close. Who'd have thought? Anyhow, yeah, so I carved that out of there with a Dremel and an end mill, tiny little end mill. It was wonderful. And yeah, I did it at work where it can be dirty. I mean, on my break, obviously. And then when I'm playing in there, oh, will it focus now? Look at that. It did it.
Whoa.
So yeah, there's all those little
toothy boy. That's great.
Yeah, right? Isn't it fucking dope? It's out of the mega size Zaku. And on the receiving peg here, there's little ridges and four sides for this. And then I modified these to receive these pegs. None of it's glued yet. It's all just pressure fit. Pressure fit. It's just pressure fit. Don't mind me. I'm still over here speaking. It's pressure fit. On the precipice. It's pressure fit on the precipice.
We're gonna drive this one all the way home, huh?
Dude, no. Phil, come on. This is me. This is me, man. Come on. You expect less? Go until they hit you. And say stop it.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
All right. Seriously, camera.
Is it falling again?
Yeah, it's being very difficult today. I don't know.
Get the fallen camera count for Paul.
Okay. I think we're good now. I think I balanced it. How the hell does this work?
Famous.
What am I doing exactly?
Okay, I figured it out.
A recent theme for Paul has been not reading the instructions.
You know, most people have trouble with reading comprehension. I have trouble with picture comprehension.
No, you know what you can comprehend what it means. You just don't look at it.
This one I'm looking at, and I still don't understand what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you should have just let me run with that. I could have sold it for you. I'm sorry, bud.
This one was even worse.
Better luck next time.
Oh, I missed a nub. I missed a nub on that one too. Huh. Interesting.
I'm gonna be so stoked if this works, my dudes.
Okay. That way. That way. Perfect.
Perfect. I can handle.
Okay, that has to get turned. Okay, I see what's going on. I see you, Bandai. All right. Okay. We've got this now.
It's all right.
Sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. Now we're going to attach it to the model, so we'll find out for sure.
3% sure.
Yeah. Like, I'm over 50, so I would say definite.
That's my kind of math. I'm 100% on board here. Let's make this happen.
I should have put this on some kind of track. This was not a good design, Bandai.
Oh, yeah. 2 for Tuesday. Woo-hoo! On Wednesday. Fit.
Okay.
Easy, Tiger.
Okay. Sorry, everything I'm doing right now is off camera. All right, he's got, I think, 2 more swords. I don't know how many swords this makes, but
that is
well, it's a 00, so doesn't it need like at least 20? Like what?
Yeah, he's got. If you don't have 32 weapons, you're gonna die.
That's the rule. I don't write them. I just follow them. All right. So that will work, but I'm going to have to glue this one in. The other one works fine. I didn't have to put any glue in it at all. It's fabulous.
Right. That's awesome. Look at you having machining tolerances and shit.
Well, I work in a machine shop and deal with the machine tools all the time.
Machine.
And then I had to come home and hand file down the pegs because they were too big. So there's assessment for you.
We're gonna build the riser now. The O riser.
Oh,
riser.
Did she show you her O riser? Oh. Sorry, well,
Actually, I think I'm gonna build the GN Sword 3 first because I think the O riser I have to put extra parts on to make it the XN riser.
Nice. I have a incredibly tight-fitting joint. The perfect tool for gluing that is Zap Thin, because that stuff just so thin.
What's your problem, runners?
Yeah. Huh? Where's my money? Where's my money, huh? Where's my money, Risers? Where's my money? That's a little Family Guy for you that don't know. Where's my money, Brian? Where's my money? He ends up like beating him almost to death in a toilet.
Ow.
Yeah, it's okay. He gets his in the end. Let's push in front of a bus.
There you go.
Yeah, you can push a baby in front of a bus. It's fine. He's a jerk anyways.
I back it.
Slightly frowned upon.
All you have to hold with the this channel isn't for children.
NC-17 here.
That's why I have my glass of whiskey in my hand, and I swear all the time, ass.
Whiskey.
I'm gonna swear like I have Tourette's. Ass. No, that's just that guy from Pool Hall Junkies. There's another movie reference. It's the theme of the evening, apparently.
I don't even remember an O runner. Where the hell did that go? Huh. There was one. Go figure.
What? It even said it in the instructions, and you didn't believe them.
Yeah, I don't remember taking it out of the bag. It's been a while.
It's been a while since I seen a runner. That's real bad.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that right now.
little Stained there.
Yes. Thank you for getting my terrible reference.
It took me a minute. I had to sing it in my head. Like, who was that?
Picture that weird looking dude.
Yeah. He sings country music now.
Wow. Does not surprise me. He seems like the type of guy that could definitely sing some country music.
Aaron Lewis. That's
Hey, wow. You get extra points today for knowing that guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where the games are all made up and the points don't matter.
Discover Skit. But
Fred Durst?
Yeah, Fred Durst.
No way.
Bruh.
I don't believe it, bro. It's no way. It's impossible. Do I have the geometry?
J Runner. Yes, here we are.
Yes. Yes, I do.
See.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Durst
wow.
is directing movies these days.
Who is?
Fred Durst. That's what Michael is saying. As long as he's not making music, I'm happy.
The question is, am I curious enough to find out what a Fred Durst movie looks like?
It's gonna be worse than that one with Tiffany and Debbie Gibson in it. Have you seen that one?
I have not.
Is that one Mecha Shark versus Gatoroid, or is it? No, it's Mega Shark versus Shark. No, it's Sharktopus versus Mega Croc. That's what it is. Sharktopus versus Mega Croc.
Wow.
Has both Debbie Gibson and Tiffany in it. Pretty sweet.
Sharktopus?
Yeah, a shark with an octopus tail.
Well, yeah.
Like with an octopus with a shark head. Sharktopus.
Duh.
Who doesn't know what a sharktopus is?
Wow.
Debbie Gibson. Is that the girl from what's the hockey movie?
That's the girl from Mall Movies.
Electric Youth.
Where did I find that kid at? And the Discord says Crimson. Online.
On the interwebs.
I'm going to say, I'll just give him the address, actually.
I missed something off of that one.
I think that's what it is. I have to go look now, actually. Pardon me, you're going to see me look like I'm doing stupid things.
Don't be alarmed.
And now I'm going to dance.
I do this all the time.
It's the same thing? Motherfucker.
Here's a deep cut. Tom Green used to have a show he shot in his living room. This was back in 2007.
Beautiful.
One of the weirder episodes, Fred Durst was a guest, and he was looking rough.
That'll happen. Think of how Wes Borland looks.
Did he ever like grow pupils, or like is that just like another casualty of new metal, or?
I don't know.
Every time I saw that guy, it was just like, check out my contacts.
Oh,
like,
I see now. Here's Donovan.
hey.
I went ahead and posted that. I'm just going to delete this comment. You got to finish reading everything sometimes, you know that? Oh, Jesus, Tom Green. Oof.
The Tom Green Show.
I don't know. Got any dead mooses to hump?
Yeah.
All right.
I did enjoy Freddy Got Fingered, though. That was a funny movie.
That was a funny movie. You're right. Tom Green certainly can skate.
Yeah. He's got that.
Oh,
Okay.
Witchy's out there. I just figured out how to look at comments because
yeah, it's on the sidebar.
yeah, I'm really good at technology.
It's okay. That's why
Witchy, if you're still there, it's nice to see you.
Jeff is in the house too.
Jeff.
Nice. There he is. Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
Good
That's
words.
exactly right.
Use your words. Oh my god, this is amazing, my dudes.
Steve was on one episode, and he just did whippets for 3 hours.
My goodness.
Yeah. Steve-O is actually from like the next town south of me.
Well,
I know a couple of people who went to high school with him.
he's an interesting dude, to say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. No, he's clean now. Or he's sober.
Yeah, he's got his shit together.
I don't know if that makes him any better or worse, but
I mean, at some point you either clean up or die. So probably better that we went that route.
I'm gonna change this mix up. Colleen says this music I'm playing is gonna make her a serial killer.
That is some pretty fabulous house you were playing there.
Yeah, it's a classic techno track. So I'm gonna do something that's a little more. This is some more old school house. Yeah, she can't do the repetitive noises.
So your answer to that was house.
Yeah, sometimes it's good. It has to be more than just the lower key like techno beats and stuff. Like that was just beats that didn't have any anything going along with it. So
I see.
All right. So here's where I am.
Cyber Week is over, and Jeff is tired from watching all the servers. Well, it's much appreciated by the consumers, Jeff. You're the man.
Let's see. This should just pop right on. There we go. It's super tight now because I modified it all to be good. There we go. Oh man, it's perfect now. I just did a bunch of mods on this last night. Sweet. Okay, my dudes, I'm gonna steal the layout for a second.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
Oh, here we are. Kallamity, Briggle, cockpit. It's really, really sturdy now that I changed those joints out, and I am just like a little bit giddy. Let me put this part on the front. I'm not going to put all the little doodads on. These are just parts that have to be added and filled and stuff like that, but I'm waiting until it had to be, I'm waiting until it's the time. It's not the time. Good story. I know, right? I write that shit down.
It's not yet time.
It is not the time. But what I did do, ooh, see, that's the thing. That joint is still loosey-goosey. That's the pistons inside of there. What I did do is I added a joint that allows me to position the head. It doesn't like flippy that direction. It just wants to rock kind of forward and backwards. I can also rotate it so it can give me like that dog like looking at you like you just showed it a card trick.
Oh yes, that pose.
That was really specific.
The old dog card trick pose.
That's pretty cool. Then I can like position the like. Let's back this up a little bit.
Almost as classic as the good old Kotoki.
I can like position the legs on the side and give it almost like the AT-AT feel.
Oh, there you go. See, now you're speaking my language. We can do that.
Have either one of you guys watched The Mandalorian?
No, I have not seen the DeLorean or the Mandalorian.
They have a ATST in there, and it's a little different take on it than the traditional Star Wars, but it looked really badass.
Is it similar to the ones from like the Jedi games by chance?
I don't know.
Okay. This His butt stand.
This is one of those conversations that like draws all of the lines. Basically, you're just like, "What kind of nerd am I?"
Oh my god. It wants to stand up on its own right now.
Oh,
I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, I thought so.
it's
There you
alive.
go. Have a rest. Have a rest. Sit on your stool. At your stool, Grandpa. Sit on your stool. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that foot wasn't even fucking attached. Okay. There we go. This thing is gigantic, dudes.
Yeah, it is. God, it's awesome.
Yeah, I have my Stark Jagan here, the in distress. Below it. So I go down onto his level. And there I am. Hi. But yeah, the Jagan comes up to like mid leg.
Is that an MG?
No, that's the high grade.
Okay.
I'll pull the Dom out real quick, and I got that right over here. Oh, here we go.
That's still beefy. Dom is not a small suit.
That's a weird way to show the height. There you go.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's what they're doing, like the weird dog head thing.
It just pooped out a Jagan.
The Jagan's like, why, God? Why? So on here, there'll be like two big shoulders that come out the side, and then these arms. And then the sniper rifle, which is just like insane. This is just part of the body for the sniper rifle, which is itself as tall as the Jagan.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a big one. A big one for the Jagan.
Which
Ooh, I
he
like
says
that.
DeLorean Man is the Baby Yoda hour.
That's what people say. I care not for these things. You can keep your baby yoga.
I'd like to see the show. I just I'm not paying for Disney, and I'm not very internet-y, so
I have access to it. I'm not watching it yet.
My wife is a Disney fanatic, and I have a 4-year-old, so
yeah.
I think she paid for like 3 years worth of it.
Just up front.
Like it was like, here's $100 and I get 3 years worth of Disney Plus.
Well, that's not terrible.
Nah, it worked out for her. And me, because I can watch Mandalorian. I mean, that's the only thing I've watched on there so far. But I haven't seen Endgame yet, so I have to watch that on there as well.
Oh yeah, dude. Definitely watch Endgame. I've seen that like 5 or 6 times because I have access to all that shit. Joker was good. If you guys haven't seen Joker, that's pretty good.
That was super good.
I have not seen that yet. But
I was very pleasantly surprised by that.
Yeah, I went into it with like good, like hoping about that it would be good, and then at the end, it like made all the right connections for me. Anyways, it's my fanboyness.
No, I was into it.
I'm a fan of what's his name, even though he's an absolute nut job.
I can't do this guy in the way.
Phoenix or whatever.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
Here, I'll put it behind it.
He is as kooky as the day is long, but
Oh wait, it's upside down.
sometimes that makes for
It won't fit on the screen, and then it has a muzzle brake too that goes on the end of it.
That is a greebly gun.
Yeah, right. It's like it's the sniper rifle that goes along with the Breagle sniper.
That thing has got some doodads on it.
Yeah, that's Luca. You know, he's gonna do that.
That's cool. What's the one that he put out recently that had like it was like a cyborg like biomechanical kind of thing?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember what it was called. That was the one that I was almost like, okay, maybe if I don't eat for a month, I could maybe get it.
Oh wait, which one are you talking about?
Come on, Phil. It had like It reminded me of the drawings I used to do in high school, where it was almost like, you know, like a mannequin baby doll head kind of thing stuck on the end of a
all like red and everything.
robot body. Yeah.
It's a one-off.
Okay.
Just to let you know, I have photos of it. One second, I'll show them to you. That I took. Not that I grabbed online or anything.
At least I don't feel that bad about, you know, not getting a hold of one.
Yeah, you know you can't.
Never tell me I can't do something, Brian.
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be highly impossible.
Shut the fuck up, Phil. I'm right.
I'm just saying. Oh, wait, it's under resin. That's why. Like, I have 7,000 photos on my phone, so that number changes every time. I have a lot of photos on my phone.
It's a lot.
More than 5,000 photos on my phone.
Jesus.
Here we go. I'll switch over to this camera because it works better for this. Come on now. All right. This is what Phil's talking about.
Where you at, girl?
It won't focus now.
No.
That's
There
good.
you
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that no. Yeah,
No, you want the one with the baby doll that's coming out of the front of it, right?
Okay.
It's basically like a regal, and it has like a baby doll face coming out of the front.
At first, I thought it was what you were building.
Yeah, it's a one-off customized breed. Yeah, I know that one's really good too. Yeah, this is the one that I saw in person, which has like the baby doll face in the chest and the skull.
No, that thing's super cool.
This one looks like it's from Blame or something like that.
Yeah.
Feel to it.
God, that was good too.
This is a different Breagle that he customized that I got photos of. Here, I can go this way a little better.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a different thing. Those guys were all sold out. I was super salty.
That's fun.
There's like weird goof horn on the shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And this weird like pulse gun. I don't know what the fuck it's really blown out in the photo. Here we go. It won't
Yeah.
Anyways.
Now the between that thing that apparently is unavailable and the what was it? The Garibaldi that he made recently.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Oh, that thing was so awesome.
And then I got to do this one.
There you go. Is it your Oh Hey Big Zam shirt?
Yep, that is my Oh Hey Big Zam shirt. Go see Luca Zampriolo. I'm the only one that got that joke.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of you guys. You guys are gonna stop looking at me. Nothing. Watch my face. But this is a great success to have this modification work. I'm super duper stoked on that. And
anything you can do to make a big kit stable is a win.
I was really shocked that I got it to stand up for a second there, all by itself. Granted, it didn't have, did it have? No, it did have everything on it. What the hell?
What the hell?
It's almost like you're kind of okay at this.
Yeah, well, look. Oh, yeah. I can just replace. I bet you I can. All right, I'm just going to have to replace that joint. Sold, American. That was a Django Unchained quote for you guys. Soon, Phil's going to fucking call Colleen and have her come and slap him.
You're reaching like Michael Scott levels of...
I don't keep saying that's what she said.
Reference call-outs. Like, you make the reference and then you just say where it came from. Why did you do
that? Let it breathe.
We'll figure it out, man.
I'm playing to an audience of one. Me.
Brian's the Andy Kaufman of model making.
That's good.
I'm not here to do what you like.
And now I am making your rocket thrusters gold.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I did something, a nice copper that I aged. It looked really good. Metallic on those thrusters always looks good. The
Yeah.
thruster bells. So did you modify the skirts on that thing?
No,
You didn't.
no, I didn't.
Nope.
I don't think I did anything to this thing.
Hmm.
No, I just seamed it and painted it.
Because it seems like those skirts are longer than normal, but
The Thunderbolt skirts are different. Like a lot of the Zaku's have slightly different skirting and slightly
Is
different
that from the
like
big gun?
chest and shoulder configurations.
Is that from the big gun?
Yep.
I have that one. It's right over there. I am bad. You said I was good at this.
Oh, Chris is here to smash the F out of that like button. Thanks, Chris.
Rolling on in.
It's your boy.
Ever
Oh,
reliable.
Smash the F down on that like button. F's in the chat for Chris, everyone. All right. Time to roll a couple more joints here. Out of a big box of mega-sized Zaku parts.
Wow.
Truth be told, it's not all mega-sized Zaku parts. It's only half mega-sized Zaku parts. But I mean, when you have one part that's the size of a whole cannoli, what do you expect? And then you have 8 of those with no home but this box. These poor children's.
I have a weird sudden drive for the last couple of weeks to build a mega size Zaku. I don't know why.
Should.
Other than
They're
the
fun.
fact that I love Zaku's, but
I also love Zaku's. And I think you should build one.
they're hard to find at the moment.
What? You can get Chars from USAGS.
I'm pretty sure they are out.
Really? I bought 2 earlier this year.
Unless they restocked in the last week or so.
Wow. It may be changed by now. No, I had bought. I guess I had bought those. I don't need them that. Yeah, I needed a couple of them for a build that I've got in the works. So, did I show you about that? Did I show you that one?
No.
I'll send you some pictures of it. It's a secret build.
Oh, secret.
It's a handful of people. Paul knows about it, I think. My buddy Donovan knows about it. Armida and that's it.
Gotcha.
I broke something. What the hell is that? Oh, never mind.
So now I'm going to glue this together. It's actually 2 parts. It's the pelvis for the mega size. I'm going to glue this together, and then I'll harvest the pegs. I'll harvest the pegs off of it.
I catch myself saying shit like that sometimes too, and it's equally embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. It's good. I'm not embarrassed. Are you embarrassed?
Harvest.
Are you embarrassed for me? You're like, I don't get embarrassed, you fool.
I abandoned shame along with dignity.
Sorry, I'm being really weird. I'm really not sorry, though. I've got the Mr. Cement SP Superpower.
Superpower.
Power Cement. Oh, Mrs. Simpson, you must have very lucky dishes.
I told you about that Calamity War build along thing I was thinking of, right?
Yeah.
Right on.
I think I saw it. Well, you didn't tell me directly, but I heard about it on the in the Instagrams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if anybody is listening and likes IBO, in March, I'm gonna organize a build along for kit bashing your own Calamity War suit. So it can be any scale, any grade, whatever. Just bash stuff together, custom make it, whatever you want to do. But just pick a name out of the Ars Goetia and you can make whatever you want. So
Phil,
check
you
it
did
out.
something.
Give me a holler if you have any questions or would like to participate, because there are like 72 suits, so there's plenty of room for everybody.
Wow.
Oi. The master grade should be coming out shortly here, huh?
I am super stoked about that.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It looks super nice.
Some people say that the shoulders and the knees feel big, but they are big. That's
Yeah,
just
they
the
are.
way-
It's
Yeah.
a wild design.
The only thing that made me like go back and was the V fin looked really long to me.
It is a little beefy, but that's all right. That's better than it's too big.
Yeah, it was kind of. It was a little wimpy on the original
On the
suit.
full mechanics, or on the actual design of the original one.
the actual like first form design, it wasn't like by the end of it, it's like a Cadillac on its head or whatever. But but the first couple of forms, it's not as big as he usually gets presented. So they may have just erred on the side of
not having to recast it.
Right.
And you cheap fucks, you.
Of course, I have groundwork.
Yeah, I have a pre-order for one from USA Gundam.
Yeah, I mean, here you go. This is really the form that they're talking about. And that fin is pretty darn big.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Now that I look at it again.
Right.
Which one is getting the MG? Is it just regular Barbados, or is it?
It's the sixth form or fifth form?
No, sixth is the where he completely changes the shoulders and it's a lot more bulky. I think it's like the third or fourth form.
Okay.
So it's got the shoulder, the initial shoulder blades. Like the first form has no shoulder armor.
The bulky shoulders from the fifth form or whatever. Interesting. No, carry on. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Sorry.
Maybe it's the sixth form. The sixth form is where it changes like completely.
Yeah, that's
correct. This form.
Yeah, that's the one that's getting a master grade. That one.
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Yeah. What is that? The fifth form, fourth form, something like that.
Oh, man, I can't read Japanese.
Come on, Brian.
And I'm sorry that it doesn't tell.
Weeb points lost.
Oh, heaven forbid. I can stand to lose a few.
That's what you think.
My weed points pouch is huge.
But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nice kit.
Yeah, let's be pretty.
I'm excited. And I'm sure we'll get many, many, many more variants. Many.
It's a good kit. Or a good mobile suit. I have seen IBO many times. So
yeah, I mean, not that those stupid voting thing polls mean anything, but if they came out with a master grade Flaros, I would be excited as can be. I love that suit.
I like the Flaros as well. Some people aren't as big a fan of aspects of it, but I'm a fan.
Yeah, I don't care for the mobile armor version, like when he turns into the four-legged thing.
But that too.
I love just the idea of having giant cannons on your back.
With that raid and go, sheet and go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I would love to see some master grades of some of the grunt suits from IBO because I thought of all of the
Roadie.
Yeah, dude, and the grays, all the grays versions, the Sheeden. I love the Sheeden.
The grays is actually a really great kit.
It's a great design, yeah.
The gray, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys out in TV land have built the grays, but it's actually a decent build. It's got a really bizarre geometry. I love the way that it's gonna sound fucking bizarre, but I love the way that the hips actually like sit in front. So it's like torso and then back, and then the hips like actually sit kind of like out front, and the legs go down from that. So it gives it this whole like weird like chest forward like menacing position.
Yeah.
It can look really derpy, but it can look really cool.
I like all the grazes, like all the different variants. The Regenlays Julia is still like my favorite design that's ever come out of Gundam. Like I love that suit.
I didn't like the high grade kit that I built. I won one at a thing to make a kit, and they're like, "Hey, you did good," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks for the thing. Make it again." I felt like it. The only thing that I didn't like about it, stylization's tight. Love the high heels. That's cool. Swords tech, you know, and then like the coloration, like the draping in the front, the fin looks really cool. But it was a grenade. Look at it wrong, and it explodes into 1,000 parts. Unfortunately,
it's true.
It is true.
I just want to sheet in. Master Grade, please.
That could be cool.
Yeah,
there's some ones
super basic.
They don't even.
I don't know why. I just always like that design.
The Hyakurin and Hyakuri I thought were both really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I still want a Rue real bad. I can't find one effing anywhere.
Oh yeah, dude. Roes are great. I did a custom row.
I remember that was the first time I saw it. I've wanted one ever since and haven't been able to find one.
It's dope, dude. Those bell bottoms are tech. I should send you my roadie line art that I drew up.
Do it. You know I like a roadie.
Have you seen the Triania?
I have not.
Triana.
Troika.
Pronounce it. The Trianus.
There. It's that.
Oh, that's cool.
It has a top hat.
Oh, I like that.
It has like
that's classy. It's
kind
like
of debonair.
Ready for work or play, you know?
I don't know, man. It's really bizarre. It's not really a top hat. It's more like a gambler's hat. What about... Oh, what about a Hugo?
Yeah.
Hugos are pretty tight.
They're okay. They got that goofy like polygon head that I can't get behind. But I like the body design of the Hugo.
All right, so we mentioned roadie, but what about other roadies like the spinner roadie?
There are some different roadie variants that were kind of cool.
Spinner roadie is the one from the Dork Colonies episode. I believe it's episode, I want to say 16 of the first season.
The last quarter of the first season.
There is a Hakuri roadie as well. I don't know if you knew about that. Yep, and it has a gigantic halberd with a mace on the end of the halberd.
Oh yeah. I know that one.
Have you seen the Labris? It's the roadie meets the Soviet mech from Pacific Rim.
I haven't seen Pacific Rim, but what do you got? Let's see this.
There you go.
There's nothing you're saying doesn't sound like my jam.
Ooh, I like that one. Yeah.
Not this one, but this one here.
Okay.
Here. I can't get to it.
I'm good with both. Either or.
Okay.
It looks like that Australian guy that made his own suit of armor. Then robbed a bank.
And then robbed a bank. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Wildly creative.
That looked his armor design, actually.
Maybe that's where it came from. So the guy rail Scharfrichter, right? So I have some option parts that came with some of the IBO option parts that are for the Scharfrichter.
Right.
What the? Do you make that? Did they ever sell a guy rail? Like in high grade?
I want to say they did.
Yeah, I feel like I watched a review on that.
All right, I never saw it, but because the guy rail Scharfrichter was never sold as a kit, they just had option parts for you to like add to something to make it. So I was like, they don't even have the frame. What the fuck? Anyway, I could be totally wrong.
There were a couple of suits in IBO that were straight up just refits of other ones too. So it had like a wild name, but like one of the option sets that I had like a whole set of like heads for slapping on some kind of grays or something that would make it into like a Merc bot or something.
Gotcha.
Some of them, if you like, you took something from one kit, like the arms from one kit, and put it on the especially the Gundam frame ones, because they were typically made up of parts from other suits.
Right.
I want a master grade Gushin.
I'd build that in a heartbeat.
Here we go. Last one. The Regal Lily.
Well, that's just fun to say.
Look at those feet, man.
Those feet are not playing around.
And it's got a cape.
Those are almost like the feet from the Yogdoga on like an IBO kit.
And it's got horns.
Well, yeah.
And it's got a fair amount of chonk.
Gotta have horns.
I approve of chonk. That's a
it's a nice
standing.
looking little like medium weight or like medium heavy mecha looking.
Yeah, I like that. I think that was the other thing I liked about the other thing. That's one of the many things I liked about the IBO design ethos or whatever, was that like even the heavier suits look like they can just get up and go, Like there's no like big sluggish suits in that show because it's all just about ass beating. So
yeah. Well, it's too much hand-to-hand combat for you to get by with. Yeah, like what's that giant Graze? That Ein?
Oh, the Graze Ein.
Graze Ein. I mean that's the like, it's gigantic and it's still.
But it still is like just gangly and looks like it will fucking waste you.
It's just a beast. It's super fast, insanely quick.
Brian, I think I told you last time. I forget where I was. I want to like look it up. Someone on the interwebs was saying how that was a bad dub.
Yeah,
I was pretty annoyed with that. I don't usually get worked up over internet comments, but I was like, "You motherfucker! What did you just say?"
I will fight you.
I was like, "Did you like look at the cast on that? That was a."
Like, no, the guy that played McGillis is a fool.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you of all the Gundam series that have dubs, if you look at that cast, like every one of them is in many other animes. Like, they're not just
It's just really good.
Yes, and it's also really well done.
But I mean, like renowned,
right?
Dub actors,
sure,
in that series.
Yeah, voice actors galore.
I'm just stoked that I'm in a room full of people that actually like that show. That's unusual.
Yeah,
that one got kind of mixed Gundam reviews, but I don't know if there is a Gundam show outside of. I don't actually know. I can't even say outside of anything that anyone can agree on. So
no, there's not that. I think it's just that I'm so like with a lot of Gundam shows. I'm just like, look. It's pretty, I don't really care about the nonsense that's happening behind it or whatever,
Yeah.
Like, I like IBO is one of the only ones that I actually like relate to as a person. So it's like, how the fuck do you not like this show? It's so good.
I thought of all of the Gundam series, it probably did the best of explaining why a main character is so powerful.
Right.
Like they gave it a realistic to that universe. It wasn't some mystical power.
Space magic. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, no, I risked killing myself 3 times to put these ports in my back.
Right. I am completely crippled now.
Yeah.
Michael says, sorry, IBO dub is Jeff. You're wrong. Go
to hell, Jeff.
Michael says, I feel like most people love Zeta. Yeah, I would say that probably if you had to pick one that most people like, it's Zeta. But even some people hate like the ending and like that mystical crap.
Yeah, some people don't.
I mean, you kind of have to embrace a little bit of space magic to be able to get down with Gundam, but boy, I'm okay with not having that be a central plot thread in side stories. Like, fucking Thunderbolt is so good.
Yeah.
Zero space magic of any kind.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I really like Thunderbolt as well. It's one of my favorite IPs from Bandai.
Did the artist that was working on that comic ever get better? I knew he had some hand trouble at some point and was taking a
I
break.
don't know. That is a
No,
great.
I think he just actually changed his art style. That's why the last couple of ones were different. He didn't do as much of like the super detailed mech design.
Gotcha.
I can dig that too. Man,
Yeah.
there's so much. I mean, I have the first fucking 12 volumes. They're all good, clearly. I wouldn't have bought them if they weren't.
Gert
I've only
McGirt
got the
said, I
first-
liked IBO a whole lot more on my second run through, which is why I switched to subs. I don't hate sub, but the feeling gets, I'm assuming he meant I don't hate dub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I watched it initially. I like the subtitled one, don't get me wrong. I like going over the dub, but I think to say that the dub cast wasn't good is a little crazy. If you want to go back and look at that cast.
yeah,
I didn't read that big of a difference, and because I watched it originally subbed,
yeah,
and I saw it dubbed on Gundam Info, so I was like, "Oh, sweet! I can just listen to this while I paint." But like, I didn't notice a significant difference in the translation, I guess. But
yeah, I agree with you.
No, I mean the only thing that stuck out to me from sub to dub is that they sound much older in the subtitled version. Like the Japanese actors don't sound like teenagers,
right.
and
they're supposed to be teenagers, so I mean, to me,
yeah, no, I'm good with it either way. I just that's the only thing
Yeah.
that stands out to me.
that's all right.
The voices are quite a bit different, but I mean, Orga's voice is Johnny Youngbosch, who is in Code Geass. He's
So in so many.
he's in so many things.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, "Is that Orga?"
Yeah.
It was like fucking Orga.
The girl who plays Cadelia is
Lots of stuff.
yeah, she's in Sword Art Online. She's the main female character there. I just can't think of her name right now. I mean, the whole cast was littered with people who are pretty big in the dub world, which is odd for a Gundam series. Usually it's not that well known of actors.
Summon the flashlight.
Subversion sounds like an episode of Scooby-Doo.
I like that.
Sorry, dub version. I'm tired.
Wow. Okay.
Mike says Mika just sounds flat.
I mean, I think he is though. I think that's his character. Is he's
That
flat?
kid is clearly a sociopath. God,
In fact, I think he's a psychopath.
what's that Bad Gunpla line? It was so fucking good. It was like rates like 7 out of 10 Mikazukis on the actually crazy Gundam protagonist scale or whatever.
Yeah.
God, it was so good.
Yeah, nobody is crazier than him in Gundam, I would say.
Nope.
Maybe what's his name from Thunderbolt, who's had his arms cut off so that he can.
Yeah, but even he's like overwhelmingly compassionate to everyone. You know, Mika's just like, "Do you need me to shoot everyone in here in the face right now?" Because
Tell me what you want me to do.
That guy? Okay.
yeah, that guy.
Just had one of those experiences with the super thin CA.
You're gonna be blind for the next 30 seconds.
Oh, not everywhere, not everywhere.
Later, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
And you're wrong. Y'all going to Coca tomorrow? Huh?
Charge counterattack?
Oh, is it the
Yes,
Yeah, they're doing the theatrical.
yeah.
I don't know if that's showing anywhere near me.
I know I'm in New York, so it's obviously showing near me, but I am not going.
No, I own it on.
I do. I own it on Blu-ray, and I
on the
watch
Blu-rays. Yeah.
Yeah, it was on GBA movie night like last week, so
Yeah.
I watched that with everybody. It was fun.
Watch with Scott and the crew.
It's not my favorite movie either. It's very disjointed.
Yeah,
It's got some great fight scenes, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's all pretty good.
yeah, it's got great designs and great scenes, but as a comprehensive show, it's a little
Lax a little bit.
yeah.
It's got that killer fucking Sotheby fight animation where he just looks like he's waving his arms in front of himself. It's so good. It's like, don't.
I do think grown up Hitler like Shar is a pretty cool character, but
Yeah.
they didn't explore it very well.
It's like it was just the wrong format for it. They were trying to treat him like he was, a 40 episode character, and they had an hour to do his whole plot arc,
Mm-hmm.
True.
Most of which was the standard Shar reveal in a movie where it's just like, you remember this guy? Yeah, dude, we really remember that guy. Let's just come on.
Well, there's something to be held from what Tomino was saying at the Anime NYC Q&As that some of the folks we associate with went to. It's that we're not supposed to trust any of the adults in any of the Gundam series.
Right.
They're all bad actors.
Yeah.
So
if there's an initial behind this person's name, you should probably not be listening to them. Trust your inner 15-year-old that just wants to get in the goddamn robot.
yes, Shinji.
Except for Bright, you got to trust Bright because he will slap you.
That's problematic in and of itself.
What'd you say to me, kid? Slap.
Palm of the North Star.
He probably won't be shown in such a great light coming up. He's not the greatest of characters in
Y'all just hate space magic, Mike says. Bright is the real main character of the UC. I 100% back that. The whole thing is just Bright's character arc. You're all living in his story.
Yeah, it's all about Bright. Junior grade. Lieutenant junior grade.
That dude rules so hard.
He was enough to land himself a Mirage. And they have a very understanding relationship as far as Zeta is concerned. He's gone doing space things, and I'm here to raise the children.
Sounds fairly Japanese to me.
Yep, it is. And yeah,
he's gonna get a raw deal in Hathaway's Flash.
Yeah,
so
right.
I'll give the guy.
Yeah, we watched. Which one was it? Come on, Phil.
It's okay. I forget shit constantly, dude.
My memory is garbage anymore. It's the one where
Seasoned.
it's got the annoying new type girl in the
Oh.
yoga.
About
Charge counterattack. That's
That was
Kess Pariah.
Pariah.
That
Yeah.
was Char's, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she ruined the movie.
Yeah, I get them all twisted up. Yeah, what sucks?
In the movie.
Yeah, I can't remember, like Hathaway was just like running around fucking shit up constantly for everyone. And I can't remember what somebody said, but it was just like Hathaway is crying again or something. I'm like, save it, Hathaway. You'll have plenty to cry about later.
Yeah. She's the reason he never really recovers.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to be doing here?
This shit. Funky move. Yes. That's not what I wanted to have happen. Maybe I should go from the other side. That would have been smart. But I didn't do that.
But yeah, Bright definitely has a habit of being around when wild shit's going on.
Yeah. He's not the best of luck when it comes to those things.
Bright Noah and the slappening.
Slappening.
He's the Donnie Wahlberg, the Mark Wahlberg of Donnie Wahlberg. Wow. Oh, went all the way back to New Kids on the Block. Holy shit. Can't believe I got that to go back together. Sweet. All right, let's see if I can do this again. Blue. Mother. You motherfather Chinese dentist. Awesome. This hinge point is brought to you by Epoxy Sculpt and Super Glue.
Coming to a store near you.
Is your shit not rock?
Get there.
I need a pen vise. Water.
All right.
My drill set. There you are.
Some weight. C'est magnifique. I'll have to drill that up. I'll save that for future Brian to deal with.
Just a quick question, Brian. Did you find out what place you came in?
Oh, I didn't. No, they didn't tell me. I didn't come in second or third. They didn't tell me shit, so.
I'll go fuck myself, I guess.
I have a pretty good idea what went down.
Does it start with a K and end with Otobukia?
Why? Because one part, you're allowed to do that.
I know, but
that's not why. No, what's why is they can't market what I built.
Right.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
It wasn't that it wasn't a high quality build, because it was a phenomenally high quality build. I'm not going to perform here, but it was really, really good. I did really
It
good.
was really, really good.
But
it deserved more than it got.
Listening.
But
yeah,
on this shit.
It wasn't about that. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I probably got last because it was unmarketable, which is fine. I'm okay. Right. I completely understood that. I didn't expect to get anything. I didn't even know if I was going to enter this year. I had registered my Marasai just as a relief because I didn't know what was going to happen. And it just so happened that I was able to enter this kit. It fit within the parameters, just like razor narrow edge fit into the parameters. Yeah, I mean, so for all intents and purposes, I got Best in Show, Anime NYC, and some wonderfully autographed prizes from Tomino. So,
did you finish the Marasai?
Yeah, Marasai's finished.
I didn't know that.
I did it in 30 days. It was nothing. It's just that it was a quick build.
Yeah.
And I also knew that what's gonna draw a better look from everybody or better appeal from everyone is a kit that I spent 30 days on that's really, really good and customized and looks exactly like a Gundam, or something that I spent 6 months on that doesn't look like a Gundam, but is made from all the parts. So, I had to go with the more impressive build.
I'm glad you did. And I'm honestly surprised for exactly the same reasons that it did take Best in Show, not because I don't love it, because I do.
Mm-hmm.
But for that exact reason. And I'm glad that it did get that.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to do any. I honestly expected them to disqualify me based on last year.
Right.
But this year they held to their own rules, and it was okay, and that's great. I think that's good for the community to be able to realize that they can, do the things that they want to do and not have to feel so restricted to only being pigeonholed into doing this one thing, Well,
what's wild to me is I'm not even competing in this nonsense, and I knew you could build with Kodo parts this year, and there were still people on fora after you won being like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, big time.
I'm just this is old news, y'all.
Yeah, it's like Edward Leonard just said here in the chat. It's I know, because we all told you to enter it because I wasn't going to enter it, and so everyone was like, you should enter the kit, and that was really the thing.
Nice.
No, I mean, I think even we talked about GBWC in summer, and that wasn't at all the kit you were.
I have lots of things.
I mean, back from I don't know, last year's GBWC, that was not the kit you were going to enter.
No, I have one of the builds that I was going to enter is currently or right over there in mid progress. I bought the kits, I put in the work on it, and I started it, but I knew that I wasn't going to be able to devote the time to it because I had already devoted myself to the OMC build, which is what the fleet ended up being originally for.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure that I devoted myself to finishing the OMC build because it was, fresh and original and something that's totally off the wall. It's not like you're, just building another, Gundam IP thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's more something that I felt like I needed to do after building so many Gundams and so many things that looked like a Gundam.
Right.
I wanted something that was fucking out of this world. And I had this, just the ideas for the quad legs. And so, I just kind of went from there.
There was so much stuff going on, one thing after another, too. Did you take first in the OMC, too?
Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm working with Cam actually hopefully next year. I've already donated one prize. I'm gonna potentially donate another.
Right on.
To the kitty, just to kind of make sure that we can get more people into it and get people doing stuff. I'll participate probably in some capacity next year. I don't know if I'll be just a full-on competitor. If that's the case, then everybody better come gunning because I'm gonna kick your asses.
I haven't tried yet, Brian.
Oh, by all means, try. Please try.
I'll kick my own ass. Thank you very much.
No, I want people to come out and do their best. I really want people to be creative and have a really great time with it.
I really wanted to do that this year, and I actually fully intended to. I've got sketches from what I was going to do for it, and I've still got all the parts.
That's sick. I think that you should. I think that so many other people should. There was there was a lot of people that started their initial entry because it was such a loose kind of thing.
Right.
But
it was like a 10-month thing too.
Well, I mean,
it's
think
hard
about
to keep yourself on task for that.
Yeah, I mean, Cam was just trying to be open and allow people the opportunity to find it because it's not a thing; it's the first one. So
I'm not making fun of it at all. Like I think it's fantastic. It's one of the best like competition things that I've seen in ages. Like I want to see more stuff like that, and I'd love to help push it however I can. It's a cool idea, and I like good ideas.
Yeah, and I think that it's a great way to like help bring a different like aspect into the mecha building community because it's so like Bandai produces so many great kits and they give so much out there like IP, media, manga, anime, 40 years of the shit, right? So it's so easy to just kind of like do that. But to take it to your own level or to take it outside of that box, and make something that doesn't look like a whatever,
Well, I've
doesn't
seen
look
more and more people doing like interesting kit bash stuff, even just since I got in. Like it's I think that's awesome, and I want people to do that more.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I just want to see. I'm here to not to win all the competitions because I don't. Clearly, I would a handful of them, but I'm here to inspire people and let people see that you can do all this crazy cool stuff. And I'm just a regular guy. I have a lot of artistic background because I've spent my whole life drawing and painting, like all of you guys have too. So there's no reason that any of us can't do it. A lot of people are just intimidated, and you just need to just get over that little bit, that speed bump, and it's really all it is. It's just a little speed bump that's stopping you from riding your go-kart down this amazing hill of wonder. Like, do it. Seriously, do it.
Break things, have fun.
Yes, exactly. Fuck up. That's the best thing you can do is fucking do it badly. Brandon says it all the time. Mecha genre, do it badly.
Yeah.
You're doing it. If you fuck up, that's okay. Fuck up on a small thing.
It's probably better.
It's actually, yeah, because you're gonna learn more from fucking up. You're gonna be like, because of the and then you see like because of that, you see this thing over here, and it's like a J.R.R. Martin thing, and you're like, oh my god, in the first book, what? Yeah, so the next build is better. And then you figure that out that time about and then get Galaxy Brain.
Galaxy Brain.
So like Gurren Lagann happens. It gets weird,
Phil, you know the Playmo Witch?
I know Witchy.
She's saying nice things in the chat.
Wait, Witchy, what do we got?
Which Witchy?
Which Witchy?
Thanks, Witchy.
Yeah.
Make more things.
Make more things. Make fun things. And make unfun things. Actually, the thing is, if you're making something that makes you uncomfortable and you still do it, you're going to learn from that because you learn a lot from doing things that you're uncomfortable doing. Yeah. Sometimes you get like me, I bought a lot of these kits a long time ago that I haven't built. Like even this Briegel that I'm building right now. I haven't built it partially because I haven't had the time to be able to dedicate to it. But at the same time, I also didn't feel confident in myself to be able to like do it justice. So you get these cool things and you're like, man, I could build this, even if it's like a Bondi kit and you're going to just snap it together, whatever. Like I could snap this, but if I really want to take it where I want to take it, I can't do that now. And that's tough. It took me a couple of years before I got to the point where I wanted to build this. But in the meantime, I did the thing and 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 the thing. And I got there just by having fun, participating. We did the roadie build off last year. That was my first big kit bash, Phil. That was like a year ago. Yeah.
That was super fun.
It was great fun. I had a blast. And you made an amazing diorama for it as well. Like you really like gave it a world. Like I just made a thing, but you gave yours like a real world and did an exceptional job with your custom as well.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was I don't know if you saw, I actually got third in diorama at SCGMC with the, so that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was worth it. Like, I mean, the award was your build was worth the award.
That was the first time I ever like really competed, so it was nice to walk out with something.
Oh, the first one's free.
But no, that was cool. We'll have to do another thing like that when you're not in the middle of
Oh yeah. Well,
destroyed with giant
when is your Sosby thing done?
Honestly, I'll probably have it done here in another week or so, but the
Okay.
deadline's the end of the month.
I don't know if I can get my concept, my access.
Yeah,
concept.
I mean, mine's pretty straightforward. Like I knew what I wanted to do with it.
Oh no, I want to know what I want to do too. It just requires a lot.
I'm trying to just clear out a bunch of my half-finished things so that I can clear out shelf space and design something new.
I worry about melting stuff.
Shelf space? What is that?
Yeah, right.
He says, Paul, what's your closet look like right now? Like, there's no air in there. If I open the door, it creates a small vacuum. I can't open
shelf space.
I've got positive pressure in here. Just leave me alone. Yeah, I actually gave away a ton of stuff at SCGMC. I just took like a bunch of like built snaps that I wasn't gonna finish and just gave them away. Like
that's awesome.
I've just been trying to come up with any way to just like clear clutter, you know.
Mm-hmm. I have taken to boxing those kits up and putting them in my deep storage that I pay heavily. I like to think that someday I'm going to use them again. I actually earlier this week I received a great present from a friend of mine, Damien, down in New Jersey. He's a friend of my wife's and now a friend of mine. I've been married for 10 years, so yeah. So he built Gundam back in the 90s, and he had a collection of kits that he loved. He built and loved them and displayed them for a very long time. And then, as he grew and time passed, he put them away in a box, and then he saw that I was doing the stuff, and he hit me up like maybe about a year ago and was like, hey, I used to build Gundam back in the day. And I was like, that's fucking great, dude. Right on. What happened? And he's like, oh, it's like I just, things change and blah, blah, blah. I'd like to give you my kits. And I was like, sure, if you want. I mean, no problem. And I'll put them to good use, And he's like, yeah, dude, just can fodder, whatever, like scratch built stuff, whatever parts you need. I was like, great. Time goes by. I'm like, no big deal. He pulled his kits out. He looked at him. He's like, I like these. I want to keep them.
Nice.
Totally understand, right? I completely understand that. Well, earlier this week, I get a package in the mail that I didn't expect, and it was the kits.
Oh.
It was, how many was it? It was like 6 wing kits and 3 Gundam X kits from back in the day. The Talgis 3, the wing, the Buster, the...
What are they, the high-grade 1/100s?
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. The old ones from the 90s. But yeah, so I have a whole box full of awesome, and the instructions and everything for them, which is also super fucking cool. I just need to get some more organizers and stuff like that to pick them apart, figure out what's going on with them. I haven't even actually looked through all of them because I got it when I was at work, and I don't want to I'm working in a metal shop. I don't want to pull that stuff out.
Right.
If I'm not going to be working on something like milling apart or something like that. Yeah. But I was super duper stoked, super surprised. And that was really, I was really very surprised by that. I felt really good to just to get that. I also have another box over here of kits that Donovan, Tiberium 51 from our Discord group, Alex Adoof Discord. If you guys don't know about it, you can check out his page or his YouTube channel. There's all the instructions in there to figure out how to join us if you want to come talk to us. But he sent me a big fucking box full of kits that aren't Gundam related. They're just old kits and parts of kits and things and this and that, bits and bobs and stuff. And I intend on doing a video about kit bashing parts to pick from other kits to put on your robot models. And I have yet to do it. It's been sitting here for 6 months. I'm so bad. Well, I'm not bad. I'm busy. I just make busy. I make a busy.
I make a busy.
I make a busy for you. Huh? You like?
It's like crude ethnic stereotype.
Oh, yes. I am generalized bad stereotype. My love for you is ticking. Had to go there. Had to.
Oh, Olaf.
Don't mind me. I'm just over here sawing some parts.
Man, I felt so bad. I bought Actually, the jinxes that I started that big jinx build with.
Did you finish that?
No, it's I'm still working on refining the idea for the base.
Ah,
I wanted to make it for SCGMC, but it's not ready.
okay.
Yeah, I should have it. I mean, I will have it ready by next year. So
I'd like to try next year.
dude, you should. That like Paul, you should, like everybody should come. Everybody should go to that show.
Another calls met like Tex and like a little bit of the crew. She met like Julio and Dan Moore and yeah, some of the crew. So hopefully she'll be excited. We can go out on a little vacation, and I can also go through the con a little bit too. So
yeah, I seriously can't recommend it enough. It's the only thing like that I won't miss.
Yeah, and it's just good people having a good time doing cool things, and they're not just only doing that. You know, it's like a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, it's cool too because it's not a con. You know, it's not like a weekend of time investment. It's a 1 day, contest thing, and everybody just hangs out. So it's not like you have to
contest, not a convention. It's a contest.
Yeah, like
really. GVWC was, aside from the fact that, I was there early on Friday and I put my kid in, like Tex showed up and put her kid in silver. Ricardo was there, he put his kid in.
Right.
And then we went and met up after the fact, and Julio and all that. We just like went out to the bar and had a drink after the fact. We all just happened to kind of like go there on a Friday to drop our kits off. Yeah. And then Saturday was the day of the event. Right. So kind of same kind of shit, but just like all crammed into one day.
I'm going to try and do both next year. Like that's my goal.
Are you gonna try and get out here next year?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do both. It's rough because it's
like a week apart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really want to do it. I've got a bunch of East Coast friends that I haven't seen yet or ever or in ages, and I've got whatever. I want to do both. So
nice. Awesome. Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. I now that I know when that kind of stuff is going down, I'm definitely going to try and manage my money a little bit better.
Yeah,
that is the challenge of that show, though. Yeah, that it's so back to back with Anime NYC.
Travel, like I'm out here, so this is my home.
Yeah, you're only traveling to one.
I got to do the one, so I luck out.
Yeah, I gotta.
Interviews right before.
I was lucky because a bunch of people came out and stayed for an extra couple of days this time. Like Tex hung out in town. Tim was there. Julio hung out for a few days. Donnie came out. Shane was there the entire time I was. Like it was nice that a bunch of people stuck around for a few days after the show.
Hell yeah.
And really got to have a little bit of hang time. And but it definitely made me realize that I just wanted to be hanging out with everybody the whole time anyway. So just like, fuck it. I'll go back to New York with everybody.
Yeah. I mean, that's really like, it was really just super chill.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked pretty mellow.
Very. It was weird. Like people kind of like split up into somewhat different camps. It was weird trying to like, cause like, last year when I went, I didn't know anybody.
Right.
I met Shane. I met Gio. I met Tim. I met Nerd. I met Andrew. I met like so many people, and I met a bunch of other people too that didn't come back this year, like Harry Dodds and who the fuck else didn't come through? Some of the dudes like Red Kojo, the guy that won from the Hobby Town down in Jersey.
Right.
He was here last year. Now he's moving down to Florida. It's like a lot of different. You meet a lot of really cool people, and so that was my first year. And this year it was different, totally different, because I already knew all these people, and it was really cool to like get to hang out. And I met so many other new cool people that I hadn't met before, or like met online. We've talked here in the chat, or I've met on Mechanism, or I've met through Discord or something like that. It's like really, really nice. George, old school Gunpla, came down, dude. That was really cool.
Yeah, I was really, really jealous when I saw him post up that he was there. I was like, oh, I want to hang out with George.
Yeah, I got like a couple of shots. I was mostly just like soaking it all in and talking to people and having a great time. I wasn't really into like, shooting a lot of photos or even
I never do. Like I always say I'm gonna, and I never do.
Yeah, I know. I stopped even bringing like my professional style camera to those events. It's like my phone is if I'm gonna do.
If I take this out, it works. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna capture the moment better than a Kodak quick snap freaking travel. One of those ridiculous one shots. Which I still wish I had all that film, Phil, from back in college.
Probably for the best that we don't.
It is for the best that it is the best. It is for the best that maybe 3 of those roles out of the 12 that were described. Oh wait, what Gert's saying wants to at least go to IPMS in Seattle next year. I don't know if any other events close by. There may be, but that's really interesting to hear you wanting to go to the IPMS. It's a great experience. I went last year for the first time myself. Saw some amazing kits all around, Mecca and mostly otherwise. Yeah, it's awesome.
There's definitely a lot more turnout at IPMS lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go to MosquitoCon next year at least, and I may go to the one that Miguel and Squee and the squad go to out in Long Island. Out in Long Island, it's like a few weeks after that. So that'd be kind of cool.
Where's MosquitoCon?
MosquitoCon is in Jersey. It's in Wayne, New Jersey.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's in like the police athletic facility or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really kind of bizarro. Met up with Andy Tubbs, Mr. Backstep there last year. Really rad. And I met Miguel, and Squee was there. Was giving me a hard time. Fucking Squee. Dude. What's that?
I talk to that dude all the time. I think
he's awesome. Great. Yeah, hell yeah. We're gonna actually start meeting up here soon. At least him and me, and potentially Clip and Nubs, Mr. Julio. And potentially the other Julio too, because he's up in the Bronx. We're gonna try and meet. I want to try and meet somewhere mid range, somewhere in like Manhattan or something. We just got to find a spot that's viable.
Right on. Nubs is the trip, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
Fun to hang out with.
He on Sunday, I went and picked up my kit from the show, Anime NYC, and met with Tex, who was horrifically hungover because those guys raged that night prior.
Yeah.
And then we ended up coming back to Brooklyn, and then Nubs came and met us, and then the 4 of us, Colleen, Armida, and Julio, all went out to ramen over by my spot over here, and then came back to the spot. Excuse me. And drank some whiskey.
As you do.
Right now. And yeah, and it was great. And then actually after that, because it was what was it right before? It was right before. Oh yeah, Colleen and I were gonna make pizzas. So I don't know why I'm telling you this story. so and
anyway, we ended up going to the Poconos and it was great.
She was gonna go and make a lasagna for like she was gonna meet up with one of her girlfriends at her Airbnb. It was gonna make a lasagna for them. She cooked like banana bread and lasagna and all this crazy shit while she was out here being a nut. Anyhow. So we went to the fucking grocery store, Armida, myself, Colleen, and then Julio tagged along, and Julio was the fucking MVP at the fucking grocery store, man.
That dude
was like walking along, being cool, cracking jokes, having fun, helping Colleen bag. Like, he was the best, man. Like, can't go wrong with that guy. He's fucking awesome.
He's a solid dude.
Hell yeah. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yep.
All right.
Don't ask fucking Nubs. What the hell, man?
I know it's 10:53, but I don't really feel like stopping in 10 minutes.
Hanging out, having fun.
What about you guys?
All right.
Hang around for a little bit.
Done with this riser.
You done to hang out for a little bit, Phil?
Yeah, I can hang for a little bit.
Okay. I'm not trying to make anybody stay around for no reason.
This is the worst.
This place is horseshit.
It's literally exactly what I'd be doing anyway. So.
Make another drink. So that's all that I'm trying to do.
See, that's what I need. I've been dry for a few days and I hate it.
Oh.
I need booze and I keep forgetting to go get it during human hours.
I like that in the chat, Michael goes, "The pokes, dude." think that statement came with a V-neck sweater.
Grew up there, dude. I went to Cornell.
Okay, bros, I'm gonna go make a drink. I'll be back in a hot second.
Yeah, right.
This thing is gigantic. It's like a whole nother fucking kit.
Let's see this thing.
This is the middle of the O riser.
Oh yeah,
But I mean, it stands as tall as the 00
that's crazy.
Gundam. I'm not sure what this back piece fucking does, but it's all like this.
Doesn't
All
it,
this
like,
crap
collapse
moves.
down? Yeah, I feel like it like collapsed down into itself. Or something. I only watched 00 a couple of but once, and I seem to remember it being like a fold up kind of deal.
I feel like I'm gonna break this.
Like it makes itself into a box or something.
I want to push it in, but it doesn't feel like it wants to go in. But
It'd be bad if I do this.
I want to do it. Does it come out? Okay, it goes out. Okay, very good. Don't do it. Got it.
Which he's like, but
I want to do it. Oh, Jesus, Brian. Yeah, this kit is ridiculous already. I can't imagine what the hell it's going to be like with all these parts on it.
So the actual kit that you're building is just the riser itself, or it's like
I built the. This is the 00. Like, okay. I don't know if that even can come on screen. With all his like 17 different swords.
Okay.
So now I'm building the O riser, and then after you build the whole O riser, you build XN parts, which are like the giant Buster sword.
Okay.
That comes apart and then attaches itself onto the O riser, and it all attaches onto his backpack.
Right on.
So it becomes like it's much bigger than the kit itself, I believe, his backpack.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Obviously, you need that.
Doesn't it? And I'm trying to remember. Does it just dock in his back, or does it like come all the way through and form like new chest armor? Or
No, the O riser just docks on his back, and I believe I can't remember the space magic reasoning for this, but for some reason it has something to do with him having 2 GN drives. I don't.
Yeah, I feel like the thing like boosts his.
Yeah, and yes, exactly, and makes him work in some way.
Trans Am lasts longer or something. I can't.
Yeah. Space magic.
Yeah, space magic.
00 was like the king of space magic.
Yeah, I had such a love-hate thing with that series. It was like I loved the whole like world building and setup of it.
Yeah.
And like the whole like, it all hinges around a couple of important technologies thing. Like all that stuff I thought was really, really cool. And then they're just like, also space magic. I'm like, fuck.
And they had to make the space magic glitter,
right?
Like you couldn't make it anything else.
And like right when you've got your head wrapped around the fact that space magic is going to be a thing now, then they're like, and psychic kids, like, fuck you. Come on.
Yeah, it was a strange combination of things. When I was building this kit, we put thrusters in the backpack, and I was like, I didn't know they used thrusters. I thought it was all just glitter that makes them fly.
Just glow cones.
Yeah. What the fuck do you need thrusters for?
I have glitter.
Yeah. Like I said, another Gundam series that kind of gets a mixed.
See my Kroll shirt, Phil?
Mixed reviews.
Yeah, that one I understand. Sweet. Okay, that's awesome.
I met Nick Maley a lot of times, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, Nick Maley, the Yoda guy. He like worked on making Yoda, all that stuff. Yeah, I actually have I think there's a picture of me wearing the shirt and of him stabbing me in the chest with his glaive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a weird little man. I love him.
I believe that.
Yeah.
In no way do I doubt the words you just said.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're okay. We were just talking about how I want very much to like 00 more than I do.
Oh yeah, I can only get to like 25 and I have to stop. I can't do any more.
I got all the way through it. I went for it. And nope.
Mad respect.
I have been through all of them.
I tried to watch Awakening of the Trailblazer today, actually. Like for the first time. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Like I'm just gonna finish it, put the nail in this coffin. Nope.
I can't do it.
Second kid's back. I'm out.
That's the 00 movie? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I owned it, unfortunately. I'm not proud of myself.
We don't hold it against you. We hold you against us.
It was, yeah. It was the thing. I've seen all of them, though, and 00 is not the worst one. I'm still not sure what the fuck Jericho was talking about, but
see, I need to do that. I've only seen like captions of that.
It makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
You're saying Jericho doesn't make any sense, right?
It does no, like
I mean, that's kind of the universal opinion of it, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's
good.
animated well, and the designs are cool.
Great. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
But you like it doesn't make any sense. I still don't know what the point of the story was. Like, and I don't know, not the point. I still don't understand what the plot was. Like, it just happens to be like, hey, we showed up at this place at the same time. You want to fight? And then like an hour later, they're allies and they're fighting someone else. I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
Oh, versus Spawn trick. Nice.
I keep trying to start Turn A, and I don't get very far with that.
I love Turn A. That's
pretty good. I have a hard time. One of my favorites. It is sub only, so I have a hard time. I've seen like the first 7 or 8 episodes of it like a few times because I have that first like collection or whatever.
Right.
I would say it's the best anime of the bunch, if that makes sense. Like if you take the mecha part out of it and the action out of it, it still holds up as just a story in an anime.
I mean, that's a pretty ringing endorsement for Gundam, so I'm on board for that.
Airplanes.
Yeah, it's got airships and stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like airships too. I admit it.
That was my first love. Zooms, the planes. That's my shit.
I'm not a steampunk guy, but I am definitely an airship guy. So.
Yeah, I mean steampunk, schmeampunk. I'm diesel punk. I don't know steampunk.
I'd suggest try the movies for Turno. And Michael says G-Reco is so pretty. It is, but it's shit.
I didn't realize is that they were doing a screening for the Reco movie.
Right? Yes,
but they did it directly after the awards ceremony for GBWC.
That sucks.
Right. So I walked out and my boy J Nova, J Nova 79 or whatever you guys probably, J Nova X 79 or something like that. You guys probably know him around. He does like the Nerdy Life show with Leandra. I used to do a show with him down in Sunset Park. Anyhow, he was there and he being really cool. We were taking out, me and him and Prinny were hanging out and talking because they know each other as well. And just like catching up and finding out what's going on. And then he actually had a placeholder. Nikki was in line waiting for him. So he got his place held for him to go into the Reco thing. And I was just like, now I got to go to the bar.
Yeah. I've been up for 7 straight days. I need a drink.
I would have just wanted to see if Tomino offered any kind of explanation as to what the hell it was about. Like that's what I would have wanted to see.
For kids.
Nah, but like G-Reco was like his baby. That was that was his magnum opus.
Well, that was him coming out of his like depression. Like that was supposed to be his comeback, you know.
And nobody understood it like at all. So it's like I just kind of want to hear like from his mouth what the hell, you know?
Yeah. I was fucking high.
Super high. Things were going okay. I was getting laid. I wrote some cartoons, man. What do you want to hear?
What do you want from me?
Seemed like a great idea.
I'm like 90. I write cartoons for a job. What do you fucking people want here?
I rule.
Buy some more model kits, asshole.
I feel like everything is on the front here. Like everything's on the level.
It's not. My least favorite is still G Gundam, and which is, I really don't like that show either.
Yeah,
That's like
I have a hard time with that one.
it's like the precursor to all of the build movies that everyone hates or build shows.
Yeah, and I'm, I like some pretty cheesy stuff. I love Wing. All right.
Oh.
I still cannot watch G Gundam and take it seriously.
We do hold that against you. Just saying.
I like Gundam Seed, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Seed Destiny.
I have watched the entirety of 00 for a friend that loves 00 because I felt like I was a dick for not being able to talk with him about his favorite show.
Aww.
And I tried to watch Seed for another friend for the same reason, and boy, I can't do it.
That's another one.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah. Seed rules in Japan though. They love it there.
Yeah, I know. Like Destiny is a big deal over there.
I don't
But
know.
that was supposed to be like the whole like reboot of the franchise anyway, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
there's some amazing kits, amazing builds, amazing suits, some kits from that are just like out of this world.
Oh, the designs are great. I just
Kits that I've built.
Yeah, I think Tom Asnable earlier today on Twitter was saying how like if he does another panel or something like that, talk about underrated kits, he'll put on the first 6 episodes of Seed and the first 2 episodes of like something else, like Gundam X or something like that, and be like to showcase underrated suits. Because there's a lot of cool shit. I don't know. I got
an F91 now. That's all we're doing.
Oh my god! Don't get me started. I love me some F91. I don't know. I thought that was pretty poignant that I won the Tomino signed Tomino edition F91 2.0 while wearing an F91 shirt.
All right, that's pretty bitching.
Yeah, it was pretty coincidental and rad.
Was that decided before you got there, or did they throw?
No, I had no idea. Like I was just going there to hang out with the squad. I wore the F91 shirt because I love F91. So.
No, I'm just saying, like, was that prize decided ahead of time, or did they throw that in because you were wearing a shirt?
As far as the signature is dated, it was signed. I get it.
Okay.
I got it right here. I haven't showed it off yet.
Hey, Asuki.
Oh, what's up, Andrew? How you doing, man?
Take the camera away.
Be gone with you. Yeah, so there it is. Signed the day of the competition.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's. Don't open that one.
I did. I went like this. Ooh.
Cool. Put it back.
See, that's how I know I'm not like modeler guy enough. Because like, if somebody hands me a model kit, I don't care what's on. I'm like, hey, neat, like parts.
Only because it's signed. Like I would keep the box.
Oh yeah, no, I'd totally like cut out the box art and frame it or whatever.
Or if you really need to do that, I will send you an F91. You can just send me that.
I'm actually thinking about building a shadow box for it itself, just to preserve it. So
that would be cool.
I have the skills to do it and the wherewithal. So
open it, Flannel Witch. Just open it. You won't.
Witchy's just a child of chaos. Don't worry about Witchy.
This guy's been standing on his own.
Open it. You won't.
Standing on his own for like an hour.
I have the F91. I built the F91 2.0 not too long ago. It's a good kit. Fun kit. Tiny. Well, that's fun.
Open it. Oh, yeah, no. Listen, Witchy, let me tell you about this, Witchy. I did that once with the Demon Zon. From, I think I still have it. Is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Demon Zon. Got it in the mail. Found it, bought it on eBay. Got real toasted and twisted with the wifey after work. Came home with my F91 Harris and my Dean and Zahn, and I did a little impromptu unboxing.
Whoops!
And I pulled it all out of the bags. All the parts and everything. It was really great. I was like, this is great. I'll find another one.
Yep.
It took me 8 months to find another one that was partially built. And it wasn't until Adam ended up scoring new old stock that I ended up getting a replacement for it. Brand new. So USAGS, as always, you guys rock.
For the win.
But this is, this is the one. I built the other one that was partially built. I finished it off, so doesn't matter.
Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it.
Yeah, what'd you get?
My wife got a new SUV.
Okay.
It's the same car she had, just like the newer one.
Cool.
I don't buy cars anymore. I just lease them.
Because it's America.
Yeah, well, they're going to break after 5 years anyway, so.
Right.
I feel like spending any more money on them.
You mean they're built to break?
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, have you been in like a real modern car? They like the dashboard on this new one doesn't even have gauges anymore. It's just a big screen.
1976 Monte Carlos with the T-tops out.
Rocker Leonard Skinnerd.
Pantera on one shitty speaker that it's half blown out.
Ass kicking Southern rock.
Stop describing my car. This shit is not cool.
87 high rock.
Great on that one speaker.
No, but it doesn't even have gauges anymore. Like this car has no gauges. It's just a screen.
It's just
I'm like, what if that breaks? That's like 10 grand.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to own that. That's ridiculous.
My car is 9 skateboards that I choose from at random. Not really at random. I actually plan which ones I use.
There's the Tuesday board and Wednesday board.
No, actually, right now it's the rain board and the race car board.
Oh,
The race car board is a 2007 Earthwing Super Glider set up with Indy 159s and Earthwing Super Balls in the flat cone shape. So those ones, that is a nearly vintage setup.
Does it have like a purple materia in it, or like what's
no, it is thermoplastic laminated top and bottom. Maple. So it is incredibly thin and it is incredibly flexible. And the way that the shape is designed, there's like a scoop nose in the front, so the truck actually sits slightly forward on the pivot. So the independent style trucks, which is your standard skateboard style trucks, operates more like a reverse kingpin truck, which is your downhill skateboard truck, and it requires, or not requires, but allows the nose to scoop more on your like cars and turns. That's a bunch of technical knowledge that none of you guys care about. But if
it lets you summon Yuffie, then I'm in.
But how many working speakers does it have?
And does it play Pantera, brother?
Two in my earbuds, my Bluetooth earbuds, and you bet your ass they fucking rock Pantera. And then my other board is just this board that I got from the UK. Yeah, it's a big fish style board. It's like 46 inches long or something.
Is it overcompensating for anything?
No, I'm a big guy.
That sounds like a message.
Travel quickly, and you can't travel quickly with a short wheelbase.
I just want people to know I'm coming from 3 blocks away around a corner.
Oh, either they see me from a mile away or they don't see me until they run me over.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'm good. I'm like a bumble. I bounce. So.
Bumbles bounce.
We live beat to beat here. That's what it is.
I haven't been hit in a while. It's good.
Well, that's always good.
Tough without your car, are you?
In a city of when it's full, it's like 11 million people, in a space that is like the size of Cedar Rapids.
Right.
So there you go. Maybe Iowa City is more appropriate.
It's about the same.
Michael says, unless it's a hookups board with big titty anime girls on it, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Mid-90s, they were like, wow, that board is like something I could never.
Yeah, weirdly, we were just talking about hookups decks in the GBA today. Out of nowhere.
Man, those are iconic boards.
Everybody was making me feel really, really old. They're all just like, man, I remember when I was in middle school and those came out, and like my mom would never let me have one. I was like, I was working at a skate shop in college when those came out. Y'all are bumming me out hard right now.
I was like, yo, dude, I was like working the stockroom morning shift at Target. I would get there at 5 a.m.
Stockroom, nothing, man. Fuck.
Gert's got a 79 Camaro with T-tops. He only
Hell
bought
yeah,
old
Gert.
school hip hop from his mono tweeter.
Look, I also approve of that.
I can dig it.
That's the kind of man that's willing to answer the hard questions, like how many MCs must get dissed before somebody says don't fuck with Chris. And I support that kind of thinking, so I'm on board, Gertz.
Golf clap that.
What's that?
I had a golf clap that.
All right.
You got a mild palm stroke.
Sweet.
I gotta tell you, dudes, though, that the fact that this thing is still standing on its own, unsupported.
The Breagle is still standing.
Well, I didn't realize that it shifted its own weight off of its stand, and it's just been standing by itself.
And now it's hungry.
Chilling. It was like, me, bro builder. Regardless, madness, I tell you, madness.
I think it's cool.
Get off my self screen. There we go. Dude, I think it's really cool too. That's why I keep being like, I like it. That's sick. All right. So what I did, nice hips. Hey
now.
Been working out.
This cool little gun that goes on the front down here. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew.
Are we into the pew pew phase already?
No, we're always in the pew pew phase.
Just checking.
That's just how we roll.
That's like part of the reason I don't put guns on until the very end, because otherwise I would be lost in pew pew. So. I got to be real careful with when I attach the weapons, especially with Thunderbolt kits, because it's just like, who ordered a fucking bazooka? You know?
Yeah, you wanted a bazooka? Good thing we got 10 of them.
Just endless amounts of DACA on every single dude. Like,
yes. Yeah, so let's talk about Thunderbolt and variants. What should I build next year for GBWC, guys?
Act guys.
Should I? I was thinking
Living Dead Division Act guys all the way.
I was going to think about doing Living Dead Division Act guys.
Yeah.
Goof light type.
I'm not. We're just going through all of James's ideas real quick.
Light type, schmuck type. Oh, that'd be funny if James is going to do something. I haven't talked to James in a minute. There we go.
Oh, he's been talking about doing the Act guys forever. He's a big Thunderbolt reader too, but to the best of my knowledge, he's not working on them actively. So
excellent.
3 act guys in an underwater dio.
Yep. And
3 act guys in an underwater dio. Well, if you're going to do an underwater dio, you got to do the 1 act guy with the gym. The gym from. Man, I gotta try and get this right because there's so many names floating through my head right now. From the it's the Southern Atlantic Ocean. It's not the SAO. What is it? Shit. Who is the new type crew?
The cult.
Yeah, the cult crew.
It's the
AE? SAE.
I can't remember.
Anyhow, I would have to do that one with the
Guys.
Streaky Fizz and the missile that like the fucking round that gets fired off by the gym that gets stuck in the fuzzy mesh, and then like the Akai and then going up on the fucking Golden Gate Bridge. I would have to do that.
That'd be pretty bad.
That would be the one that you would do if you were going to do an Akai in an underwater or a water scene, and then you would have to do it full on. You would have to do like gym submerged with the fucking and all the stuff, you know, and everything. So that's like a if I didn't have to work, I could probably.
My people are in the chat tonight, man.
Because I'm
use real water, use real amputation.
Real water. It's just a fish tank with that guy's floating in it.
have a fishing line, like
God, that'd be fucking great.
Put some betas in there for fun. That's
Yep.
the fatties. No,
The remote control. Remote control act guys in a 5-gallon fish tank.
I love that you're very creative, but no.
Just a bunch of guys just floating in a fish tank, not even like creatively arranged. Just toss them in there,
bobbing.
All right, I have to change this music.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Some
crazy alt wasabi song.
That was not great.
Yeah, it was bad.
Husky, the Sazabi is coming along. We'll get there.
Oh, great.
It'll be done by the end of the month either way. Let's see. Thunderbolt Zoc. That's a good suggestion.
Do I know? What now?
Thunderbolt Zoc.
Bolt the Zoc? Zoc? Or the Zigok?
No, just the Zoc. The
Zoc,
weird
like
brick with the
he's like
on his head.
Big armor?
No, it's like a polygon.
Yeah, he's
with like saw blades on his head.
Yeah, he's like, and there's like a.
It's he wants to be a Zigok when he grows up.
Yeah.
So the one from Thunderbolt, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, the Zoc, it's actually the transport for the Akais, and it has 6 pods on its multiple legs. If it's the one that I'm thinking about, I can pull up an image for you guys. It was initially teased in like an HLJ about a year and a half ago.
Okay,
I want to say, and I saved that shit because I'm a psychopath.
Yeah.
You know, I know.
Zoc, he's like, he's got like Zigok arms, but his body's a little different. He doesn't have the feet like that.
He's like tubbier, right?
Yeah, he kind of looks like a Zigok with a suit of armor on. Like he's got like a shield split in his, or like a visor split for his head.
Like he was made of toast.
Yeah.
It's just like this slab of robot.
I'm thinking of.
Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone and all.
This is like, since I was kind of kidding. I'm like, I'm not. I'm in. Let's do this thing.
Start now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I remember that thing.
They made that thing into a transport.
It is a transport.
No, this is something more. Let's see, hold on if I can.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah,
that's what I think of when I see it.
This is the Thunderbolt Zoc. This is the one, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying.
But we want this.
This is the fucking Thunderbolt Zoc.
No, but we want this.
This is what happens when you put bazookas and rocket engines on that thing. It turns into this.
So that would be like creating 4 guys team, 100 scale, and then creating the 100 scale Zoc transport.
God.
From scratch, probably, because I assume that I can't do that. I mean, I do have some Zigoks and Gogs, but
yeah, this has got like a Zigok kind of. He's got Zigok arms, and I don't know how the rest of him is. Stupid.
I'm confused now.
Yeah.
I'm fiddling around with the idea of making and I talked to Paul about this a while ago too, about making a 100 scale high grade, or not high grade, god damn it, high Gog,
Yes. Yeah, we talked because I was so excited when the Alex 2.0 came out that we might get a 1/100 scale high gog. Because they've been releasing like an RE100 with the master grade,
right?
Like from the same series. I was like, please.
Pretty decent RE kit because you don't need a lot of weird inner frame and stuff like that.
No,
the thing's all arms.
It is
no.
exactly.
I mean,
killing the arms and like the body.
From War in the Pocket, they could have literally picked anything else other than that Zaku, and I would have been more excited. Like, why couldn't we get a camphor? Why couldn't we get
a high
dog?
Yeah, we could use a camphor 2.0. I've got the old school camphor. I know you do as well, Paul, because you did the paint up. I got the FC. Did you get the FC?
Yeah, I bought it.
Yeah, I got the FC as well. I got it at Anime.
But 1/100 high gog, please. That would be great.
Yeah, I would be 100% on board with that.
That and I want a 1/100, a bunch of 1/100 bad guy suits from Victory, because I don't know what Camino was smoking when he designed some of that shit. But
I don't need to see more of that.
There's like a snake. There's one that's literally like a snake. It's got a snake body and then just arms.
Yeah.
Dagorla.
Bless you.
Dolores?
DeLorean. We already talked about the Mandalorian.
Dagorla Gundam. Yes, that's what it is.
Did I see they're actually doing a Devil Gundam?
Images, please. Yes.
Really good, like customs going on online. What do you got? Paul, you're supposed to hold your phone down when you do the search.
I know. I'm trying to.
And then
I pulled it up on my.
We can't see it.
I'm trying to pull it up. Hold on.
I'm fucking with you. Oh wow!
Oh, look at you.
Make it closer. Closer.
Do it slowly.
Ah, interesting.
We need it.
I like. It has like a. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of like a Whippet, sort of. It's really bizarre.
I think this thing was from Victory too. I don't. Fucking starfish or something.
Yep.
The pointy chunk.
He's the Tide champion.
We need it.
He ate all the pods.
I mean, that takes place. I think that's the last thing in UC, and he decided that what, we're done with thrusters. Why don't we give people helicopters?
Yeah,
they have mobile suits with helicopters on them.
It was
and
the
like
next
big
logical step.
wheels. Like you're sitting inside like a wheel and it's rolling.
I mean, mono wheels are cool.
Yeah,
yes, but I mean, you can fly.
Yeah,
with thrusters. What the fuck do you need a mono wheel for?
There's certain technology that has made the wheel machine redundant.
Yeah, 35 years of cart in front of the horse here, or something, or 30 years of cart in front of the horse here.
Yeah. Yeah, we have thrusters and space magic, but you know what we should do? Helicopters.
Mono wheel.
Give it some Smurfs aspects, Put those wheels, like make it feel real. I'm just saying.
I don't know how he got the green light on that one.
Just doing his thing.
Oh, Handren pulls up the deep cuts saying that G Savior is technically the last UC.
Yeah, I know. I understand, but I mean, there's like a giant time skip. That was a live action. That was horrible. I mean, technically, G-Reco and Turn A are in UC too, but they're like a huge time skip. It's like 500 years later. I mean, like in the traditional sense, I guess.
Well, I like Jeff, who is now gone from the chat, said something about.
Fuck yourself, Jeff.
No,
you're still wrong about IBO.
Well, no. He was saying though that even though that he thinks that the dub is bad, he was saying that he feels that IBO is still in UC, but like far in the future.
I mean, there's nothing to say it couldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know.
but
I
I don't see how that makes anything better or worse.
Like so think about space magic, Xeon, right, from Unicorn, which is kind of like towards the end of the timelines of sorts. So I guess is F91 after that? No.
See, that's the problem is they keep writing this is the last thing that happens in UC.
Shit, right?
Yeah.
Story.
So, but I mean, at that point, though, at the end of UC, they've colonized Jupiter already, and they're not using them as slaves. So, like, what happens that Mars has been colonized as well, and they're not considered like Martians; they're just people.
Right, but if history said anything or has anything to tell us about what happens, things go back and forth. You know, because something is
colonize Mars, shit goes backwards.
If things were everything goes to Mars. No, if you, yeah.
Oh,
I had to wound you.
Oh, that still hurts.
So if you go like 100 years past like UC time, AD UC timeline, and then you go 200 years beyond the AD line or whatever, then you know, who the fuck knows what happened in 200 years? Like, what happens in 50 years? What happens in...
I guess. The only thing that would make me say probably not is why didn't technology...
continue to advance?
Yeah, continue to advance at the same rate. Like, why all of a sudden did...
Force the modernization for control, ultimately? The 7 stars?
I guess.
Look at
but the 7 stars weren't in power. The 7 stars
to the point where they created weapons of mass destruction to the point where they couldn't control the weapons of mass destruction that were controlled by space magic, GN particles, or whatever. Right? They repaired themselves. They built themselves new things. They were autonomous AI units that just went through and fucking wrecked house because they were so perfectly designed that they had to like do other things to like corrupt, you know, get the Gundams and stuff like that to get that shit to crush. And as soon as that shit got crushed down, they were like, all right, so we're gonna destroy all the knowledge and everything. And then you got like Agnika Kairu, and you've got the hidden knowledge that McGillis gets a hold of, and then that's why he starts to try and pull things back around, even though there's this whole different subplot, which is kind of like the medieval era. If you think about,
say spoilers, except Brian's not making any sense. So
yeah, because I'm talking about medieval.
Yeah, but then at that point, like every Gundam series could just be one continuous timeline that happens 500 years from the next one.
Which I think is the whole point that they're trying to make with Turn A anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, at the end of Turn A, they go through that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know that I'm being really like exaggerative and like taking a lot of things into granted.
I get what you're saying. I'm just being.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying like that. It's just like interesting, fun conversations to have with friends about cool stuff. So yeah, that's what I take it as.
No, it could absolutely be that.
I'm a dream infinite.
But where did the space magic go?
Away, finally.
The thing is, but the space magic. The thing is that's the deal about Mikazuki. He's the Jesus character. The space magic was inside you all along.
The space magic was crippling you all along.
What cripples you is giving yourself over to technology.
Yeah. It's true.
Give yourself over completely to the machinations.
That is the lesson.
You lose your soul and become
a demon.
Ooh. Are you the hero? Are you the victor? Or are you the victim?
I'm a demon.
And then all the little kids are like, gosh, that guy looks cool.
Yeah.
And all the adults are like, I need another drink.
Yeah, and all the people on the internet forums call you an edgelord because you like IDO.
Have you seen my Dark Souls characters?
Like, motherfucker, I will kill you.
The magic went away with the lake of mushrooms.
Speaking of Dark Souls, talk about what the fuck is the lake with the Hydra and all the mushrooms around it. Sorry.
Didn't Tomino say no one in the UC, no one learns anything in Anime NYC? Well, I mean, if people started learning in the UC, that guy would be without a job, because how do you make fighting Gundam robots if they learn anything? Peace does not sell fighting Gundam robots.
We're trying to engage in the dialogues to come. But first,
what Tomino was saying was that the adults didn't learn anything.
yeah.
I think that's what he was trying to express from that.
It's always for the youth.
Maybe I wasn't there. I'm just going off of hearsay. The stuff that I read on Twitter from the various people that were there and the various people that like recorded stuff from the people that were there, and then like the stuff that Tom and Nina said on the podcast a couple days ago. So
that's always the lesson: is that the reason war is so shitty now is because it has taken humanity out of the equation, and the dehumanization of conflict is what makes it so huge and total. And that
you mean like in reality now, or like in?
No, I mean it's not a subtle metaphor. Like the whole story has always been that.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's always been
people to change it, but if they don't watch their ass, then they just turn into the bad guy again. So it's like that's the whole
absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Shar was a rebel until he wasn't.
Then he just came here to laugh at you.
Until he was a tyrant.
Was he wrong? Sorry,
I love that in CCA you just like randomly shows up riding a horse at some point. It's like, ha! I'm on a horse, motherfucker. How are you?
I love that they put back into that with Origin. How they have him riding up or no, it's not. It's actual Char.
Actual Char.
Yeah, rides up on the horse too. Stella. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. little moments. I got real nerdy. Sorry.
Hasaki says.
It's
yes,
so
I hope
good.
they
I've watched it
continue
so
Origin.
many times.
They should. I have the manga over here, and they should do all of it.
Yeah, just redo MSG. Just do it like that. It'll be fun.
Yeah, redo.
Just redo all of it. Just keep going.
Let's just see where we go. We'll forget Unicorn ever happened. It's gonna be great.
Just to like tie everything together. Do it in a similar fashion. Do it in like 5 or 6 movies.
Let's redo Stardust Memory. Let's redo War in the Pocket. Let's redo Zeta. I'm in.
Those are fine. You don't need to redo those. Is the thing. Like, they need
you
to.
Don't need to, but I'm in.
I would absolutely sign up for it. I'm that kind of idiot.
The thing is, though, I feel like the original Gundam could use a rehash.
Yeah.
All the shit that went down, all the like restrictions that were put upon them, all the like things they ran into, all that stuff, and then just the weird design concept coming up with all that shit and figuring all that stuff out. Now that it's all been super hashed out and like reworked 1,000 times, it's super easy. And besides, it's all laid out really beautifully in the manga.
So you don't want like Zaku's with no neck and super long legs.
Anytime the Gundam turns into a 3/4 position, it just loses all sense of composition.
It's like super exaggerated, like the Mad Fest. Yeah, it's rough. But if they get the opportunity to do that, then I feel like they also have the opportunity to sell more games.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, every Origin version of everything.
Yeah, I mean the Origin.
I will buy them because they are so good.
Origin RX.
Holy shit, Origin Zaku's.
Not a huge fan of the Origin RX 100 scale.
I guess I never buy Gundams, so.
I have I believe it's the, so I have the Origin RX.
Yeah, I have the Origin Master Grade right here.
Exactly, and that's because we have the Alex 2.0 upgrade from Infinite Dimensions. This is the only reason I bought that fucker.
And then I bought the Alex 2.0 on top of that. Idiot.
Well, that was your choice. I didn't do that.
What am I even doing here?
No, I only own the Full Armor Gundam. I own the Shenlong Gundam. A couple of gyms, but everything else is ultimately Zaku's.
Yeah, I've got 3 Fetty suits in my collection at this point. I just realized.
Stay strong, Phil.
I have a problem, so.
Oh, we're not talking about you now, buddy. We know. It's cool. Gotcha, fam. It's cool. You had no choice.
I have 4 of everything, so.
How many strays do you have, Paul?
How many what?
How many strays don't you have, Paul?
S-strays? Oh, shit.
I said don't.
No? Oh.
You're
Are
missing
you the
what?
reason they keep making Estrays?
Yes,
Like
absolutely, absolutely.
I think you're missing like 2 or 3.
There's
Bandai ones.
there's no reasoning behind it why I keep buying them. It doesn't make any sense.
He's.
You know how many wing kits I have? All of them.
5 times.
Everything master grade.
Wow.
I'm only missing the standard version F91 2.0 and the Harrison 2.0 and the con exclusives, and I have every F91 kit ever made.
You have the original F91?
Yes. And I have the second F91. And I have the Harrison second F91.
I have the 2 F91s, the original. I have the 1.0 and the 2.0. I built the 2.0.
You mean the 1.0 and the 1.10?
Oh, fuck you.
Because the 1.0 is the HG100 with the dual casting.
Oh,
Casting.
master grade I have.
They like made up their own decimal system for their iterations.
No, that's me making that up. That's just the original F91 from 1989.
Okay.
The original master grade, the first master grade with no polycaps.
Yeah, exactly, and the beautiful Rafflesia base that comes with it.
Yes, right? I keep needing to take that out of that kit and like retrofit it to my 2.0.
That'd be great. Yeah, I have that. I have that one. I like that.
I have a lot of Estrays though. Many, and I have a bunch not from Bandai.
I don't think I have any like complete runs of anything.
I have the Super Famicom F91 video game.
Wow.
It's in my hand in front of the camera right now if you want to take a look.
Look at that. I bought a Super Famicom so I could play this. I can't.
So
I bought a PlayStation 2 so that I could play Armored Core 2, Phil.
Okay.
The wing suits, like not just the Gundam wing, but like, you know, the heavy arms, the Supernova. I have the original master grades, the P Bandai master grades, the Supernova master grades. I have like 4 of some of them. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Like the original wings, and then you have the Endless Waltz ones as well.
Yes. And the Supernova versions.
Mm-hmm. You have the Eltron too, right? You have the green.
Yep.
Do you have the blue Eltron?
No, because that's not a thing. They made that up.
No, it's a thing.
No, but it didn't exist in the series. They made that shit up.
Yeah, I know.
Not even real life.
It's weird. It's like
it's not a real life robot.
It's oddly like Americana patriotic. It seems weird to me.
Yeah.
The red, white, and blue just like tickles me in the wrong way.
And I have so many versions of the wing. I don't even know what to do with.
Oh, you put that high res together as well, didn't you?
I did the high res. I have the Proto Zero, the Wing Zero, the Wing, the Wing Endless Waltz version.
Is it the high res on the shelf behind you? No, that's I see the
High New is up behind me.
Oh, that's what that is. The high new with the funnels.
I do like the high new.
And then I see the O.
You got the O. I have the Sinaju Stein narrative up there.
Next to it.
I have
it is literally less than a millimeter tall on my screen. So
next to the high new is the Gelgoog Uma Lightning version.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Great.
I have the Age 1 Master Grade up there. The O, the Hakushiki, the Dija, and the F91 2.0 are up there.
Oh, the DJ is so cool, man.
Yeah, that's the RE100 one.
Yeah, sick. Hell yeah. That kid's often out of stock.
Yeah, that was a fun kit too. Super simple build, but it was fun.
I've seen a lot of really, really amazing customizations on that build.
Yeah.
Like adding mechanical aspects to it and like chroming and doing really, really cool things. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I liked that one.
I need to get it still. The only Re100 that I guess I built a couple of Re100s. I built the Hema Hema. I won that one in the Zeko Aurelius Unicorn Contest. And then I got that, the fuck was that other one I built just the other day? I say it the other day, but it's not the other day.
The Jagdoga?
The Jags, and then I actually, there's 3 then. The Jagged and the... Oh, man. Schneid? Yeah, they're free.
Oh, okay. I have the only ones I built are the DJ and I built the Bawu.
Oh, right, the
Which
Bawu.
is
That's
a really cool kit. That one is it just like comes apart, and they call it transforming. It doesn't.
Okay.
It
Like, it
gets
doesn't part.
longer.
Yeah, it's it's like they call like the bottom half like the nutter. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it does, just not the kind you want to make.
Yeah. I'm seeing Rick DJ customs.
Yeah, I saw
that rock. Yeah, I like Char's Rick DJ. That one's a cool one.
I can dig that. Is that the one that Zach did?
Yeah, he did. I think he turned the high grade into one. I don't know if they've ever made like an official kit of that.
No, it's like he based it off of one that's in IP. So yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was ever really in anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if it's just like a magazine picture or something. I don't remember the whole story about that suit in general.
It's like an image out of it's like an art out of like an HLJ.
Yeah, or it might have came off of like a video game or something like that. But I don't think in any original Gundam works it was actually ever there. I could be wrong. Someone will probably correct me.
Perfectly right. We'll find out in the comments. Go ahead and comment down below.
Make sure to smash that like button, fam.
Yeah. Smash F on the like button.
Smash the F out of that like button.
Smash the F out of that like button.
Go ahead and bright sport.
Go ahead and comment F in the chat. After the fact, if you comment F down below after you watch this video in the future, let's say 50th F that we get, I will send you a bottle of paint. No shit.
You have to like your own comment.
But it has to be the no. It has to be the 50th original F in the comment section below this video posthumously.
So after you're dead, after I'm dead, like what do we?
After the video's posted, that's bad terminology for me to use without having any sort of context. So yes, so after the video's posted, we're done joking around.
After the tontine is settled.
Thank you.
Chris is gonna go on there and put 50 comments of F.
Original. So 50th. So go out and get 50 email addresses.
Get a bottle of that mission, son.
YouTube accounts. Subscribe.
You have to be subscribed.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, and fam, whatever that
means. Oh man, sorry. I stopped
the internet.
No, when we start the live at the Workbench channel, which is probably going to happen sort of soon, I think, just to have a communal thing. Then we'll get into like contests and stuff like that, which will be pretty cool, giveaways and stuff. Because I got a lot of stuff to give away, and I like to give stuff away, and I like to.
You've got a lot of email addresses to invent, so we're ready to.
I'm working on it right now.
Together.
That's okay because nobody watches my videos, so it's all good.
I never give away shit. I'm magnanimous.
I'm magnanimous. Have you seen The Doctor?
What's that?
Have you seen The Doctor?
Oh yeah, okay.
You said you're magnanimous. I don't know. It's a bad joke. It's a bad dad joke.
It's a reach all the way around, is what it is.
Bad dad joke with a reach around. Wait a minute. Well, what did you make me do?
Just zero effort with you is the funny bit.
Here's the deal. I don't care.
I don't care.
That is the ultimate in this game. Ultimate, penultimate. It is the alpha, the omega. Wow, this has been an incredibly eventful live at the Workbench.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of metallics done on this thing. Oop,
Let's see,
okay.
Phil. Let me give you the. Hold on, I'm gonna give you the house.
You can't really see
No,
that.
you can't. You can see great, actually. You can't really. Well, you can see some of the metallics, but what I'm looking at is the fact that the appreciating is showing up so fucking well.
Let me switch
Yeah,
cameras.
That looks really good.
Boop. Oh, come on now.
There you go. Get some light. Okay, yeah, you get a little bit of
Yeah.
shine there.
The
It's blowing
appreciating,
your lights out, but you appreciate it. You're right.
yeah, the appreciating on the skirts looks amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's washing out on the lighter ones too, but it's the same
Oh,
level
you can see it.
on both.
It's like harsh chiaroscuro on the light ones. You can see it like really gradient on your dark ones, and that's because it's still gloss coated. So
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm gonna do oil washing for the panel lines, so I'm hoping that'll kind of like tint the whole thing down a little bit because I definitely went super bright with it. But
it will. It absolutely will. You'd be surprised how quickly that will go dark. So you went the right way, man.
Is it just appreciating or did you highlight in the center?
both.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
I just like for me it's like I'll pick a mid-tone, I'll base coat with the mid-tone and then like draw dark lines around the shapes and then
Okay.
go back
Huh.
in with the mid-tone again and then go in with a highlight tone closer to the center. Uh
Oh,
You're like pre-shading, post-shading, and highlighting.
yeah, and then I'll edge highlight at the end. But
it's almost like you're like priming, basing, shading, rebasing, and then highlighting.
yeah, I skip priming usually if like unless
okay.
it's most of the time I don't prime stuff.
In that case, what you're doing is you're using your base tone as your primer coat.
Right. And then
Awesome.
like I said, it's just I'll do all the flats, one color and then go back through, like I said, like in this case I just did black around the olive, then like a dark olive, then a light olive that's closer to the interiors of the shapes. On HGs, sometimes the shapes don't let you do that. So in spots where it's super close together, like say like on these like side vents on the torso or whatever, instead of like do dark around the shape and then lighter in the middle, I'll just be like, gradient from top to bottom on the shape instead.
I see.
Like anywhere that you can do the whole like max, what's his name?
Watanabe?
Yeah,
Watanabe.
anytime you can do that style, then it looks good on robots. But anytime that you can't do that comfortably, then I find a zenithal gradient makes sense and doesn't conflict with the way that looks. So it all just kind of pans out.
No,
As long
really
as you abandon the idea that it needs to look like a natural light source, then as long as you make it look cool and semi-consistent, then it doesn't.
If it's in space, what
Right.
is his natural light source?
Sure.
Everywhere?
I don't know. I see some people get really hung up on the whole like
from all sides in space, it just depends on where, like, how far your proximity is from, like, that solar light source. So like you're
yeah, and Edward, you're right. That's exactly what I'm doing. that's how I learned how to paint. So that's how I yeah. I'm a mini painter, so
like a model. It's called modulation.
the modulation.
I have a book on.
I went to school for this shit.
I've always learned more from books than I ever learned from school, and that's no shit.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that, but I really have. Like, practice and reading on my own, I've learned way more than I ever did when I went to college.
Yeah, I married a librarian.
Because I went to
that way.
Come on, Phil. I went to Iowa State. Come on, man.
Look, we learned things.
It's an agricultural engineering school.
And comp sci and
yeah, it is not for artists.
No, it's not.
No, I went in there and I was blowing the doors off of 101 classes, doing wild shit that I shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
And then I realized that I shouldn't have been doing it. So.
I've got talent. Shut up.
Yes, that's what happens. So you need to go conform. Please do these other things. You need to do all this other unnecessary shit. No. So I started building houses because I'm good at construction. And here I am in New York.
What am I doing here?
Making art. Surprisingly,
Art.
I work on more art now than I ever would have worked on had I graduated from that school.
Right.
Maybe I did it right.
Yeah,
You just don't value art, unfortunately.
I enjoy the whole like I actually managed to find a way to make a career art thing. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
none of you could figure this out.
No, I know. We artists will find our way. All of us.
We look at
Not saying that you're not an artist, Paul, because you have a really, really good job doing an important thing. And you're
But
artist.
we're patting ourselves on the back for not being starving like most people
Exactly.
that
We're just weirdly flexing right now.
One of the cool things about the hobby though is I think you can look at things from both sides, because you look at like someone like Tim. I don't think he has a very artistic point of view. Like he's much more of like a science math guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
and so he's taking that side of it and making something, and then you're looking at it from an artistic side.
Yeah, I have no idea how a ruler works, so
right. Like he's looking at everything from a mathematical point of view.
I just make them look pretty.
I've got a mix of that because of my metal brain. So
yeah, well, and like what you're building in your job, like you can be as artistic as you want, but if you can't make it square and it doesn't stand,
exactly,
well, it's not much use to anyone.
It all has to make sense.
Yeah.
It all has to work. Like it can't be a thing that doesn't work.
So it's one of the cooler artistic hobbies that, because I think you can have any type of brain and make it work for you.
Exactly right. And it's the thing with the margins are so loose that it can be anything, so it doesn't matter. It can be magical, and I love magic too. So I'm no fucking like I'm not afraid to have something be magical as well, or like outside the realm
or like magic.
Whatever. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. Or like even just like science magical, like something that's like I
mean, this stuff is definitely sci-fantasy,
Yeah, exactly.
This stuff is not hard sci-fi in any way, shape, or form. So
no.
The whole like it all has to make perfect sense thing. I'm kind of like, like the builds that are made with that kind of like specificity, I think are cool, but a lot of times they are made by the hyper technical crowd that. I'm not saying that they can't grasp the more creative side of things or whatever, but it seems like that definitely takes a back seat, and the technical definitely takes a back seat in my shit. So I got nothing.
No, it's a give and take. It's absolutely a balance all around. So it's not like a thing that needs to necessarily be like, I don't know. It's not a thing that's weighed. It's just like different flavors of the same apple.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm like, this looks cool. So that's what I want to see. But
yeah, and everybody's subjective and that's the beauty about that Venn diagram of people and their taste. If you look at the Venn diagram between three people, they might be equally balanced, but if you look at the Venn diagram between 5 people, it's going to be potentially more disjointed. Right. However, if that Venn diagram moves on to being 50 people, it's almost homogenous.
Right.
So
after a while, it's just repeating patterns.
Exactly. We all like the same cool shit.
Yeah.
I like cool shit.
As much as I hate I hate how cheesy it sounds or whatever, but like what really makes me like a build isn't even like the technical or creative aspects of it. Like it's seriously like if I can tell that you had fun making it, then that's what I want to see. Like I want to see joy in people's stuff. I want to see love. That's what makes me happy when I look at somebody's model. I definitely see more of that from the technical crowd or from the creative crowd than I do from the technical crowd, but I see it from the technical, like Viper Josh, like his.
Oh yeah, it's not like you don't
or whatever. That's like glowing with love. The whole thing. It's like it's this like perfect focus.
It absolutely shows. I mean, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying the technical guys can't do that because they do, but
it's because they're masochists. They enjoy that pain.
Yeah.
A little bit masochist.
So yeah.
I mean, I enjoy punishing myself by measuring all these things.
I cut 766 perfect fucking rectangles on your knee.
Or circles.
7,000.
Yeah, how many did you pound out on that one?
Giggity. How many did I pound out on that one? I tapped out 6,730 roughly circles. Then after that, I made positive stencils to fill in like backfill. So I went back and forth to homogenize the whole pattern because it was all done blind.
Right.
I had no idea what I was painting after I painted. I had a kind of an idea what I was doing, but I didn't know.
Tidied it up a little.
But yeah, so I had to go back, and then it ended up being about 6,900 somewhere in there. 6,900 is probably pretty close. I don't want to go too high.
52.
I don't know, whatever, somewhere in there, 6,900.
I'm just gonna say 69 as many times as I can until somebody picks up what I'm putting down here.
I wasn't even put it down. You picked up on that. I didn't have to quote it. I would have quoted it had I thought to, but you know me. Yeah, no, it's a lot. It's all worth it.
That thing is cool.
Yeah,
I love that thing.
it's pretty fucking amazing. I'm gonna do a video really soon. I talked about this before. I haven't yet done it. I've got people that are asking me for it, and I am very busy. So I'm
not doing it.
Not yet, but because I don't want to fucking rush it and fuck off on it.
By that I mean to say no.
No. It's absolutely happening. I just need to be able to like really sketch everything out and get it all laid down right to make sure that it's a good quality video, that is cohesive, that everybody can get the best out of it, that no one's wasting their time. I just don't want to like make something that is like a fruitless effort.
I understand.
So, I've been working on parts to that kit for 2 years. So
right.
That's just kind of how things go. So I really want to go. Everybody wants to know what the fuck happened. What the fuck is what? Who's who? And America's high school students or whatever for my kit. So just like what? Yeah. So I'm gonna go through all of it and basically kind of give like an outlay of how it all went down. And there's going to be a lot of back and forth. There's going to be a little bit of Ken Burns thing, so it's going to be a little bit weird, but please, I assure you that it will be good.
After the week-long mini-series event of how I made this spider bot is concluded.
No, it's going to be like 2 videos. It would be 1 video, but I don't want it to be long. It'll be 2 videos.
I just need to wait for the period-specific soundtrack to get written, and then.
Are you on that thing?
I'm there, baby.
I know you're my music man. He's got the whole thing. He's got like a MIDI right in front of him. He's got like a subwoofer on his belly. He's carrying around back. He's got a couple of highs, and then he's got like a DAT on the back, like right by his like lower back, and then he's. I don't know very much about sound tech, obviously.
No, it's cool. I want to hear more about the. I want to hear more about the 1995 sound editing equipment I'm carrying around with me, though.
Clearly, my sound editing equipment is from the Akira era.
I got a DAT.
Let's see the DAT much to make,
DAT
it doesn't take much.
All I need is one
sound good in your '78 Mustang,
It's not I'm not saying it's an 8-track.
Look, I just carry around one speaker that plays Pantera. That's all you need to know.
Phil has 16 tracks split up between 4 tracks.
On Tuesdays, I play Megadeth. Okay.
On Wednesdays, I bridge to mono, and the madness begins. He daisy chained 4 RF modulators to coax cable, and then combine those down through reverse splitters. I was gonna say, you're describing how to like send an Atari signal to your neighbor's room, or like what?
No, dude, I'm talking about how you make a girl in Weird Science.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were.
Pots and pans.
Is that how E.T. got home?
It had something to do with Reese's Pieces. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. You need the speak and spell or the scene. No, it's the oh shit, what is it? See and say? Yeah, with the cow says.
Yeah.
So good.
The first movie I ever saw in a theater.
Wow, I think mine was
fun Phil
Ghostbusters.
I have no idea what mine was.
I would have
Not a clue.
responded much better to E.T. than I would have to Ghostbusters.
I was actually tempted to take Nora to go see Char's Counterattack for her first theater movie.
I bet you would love it.
I can't tell because there's so much slow shit in the middle.
Yeah, it's got a. Yeah, it starts off exciting and then it's got a lull of.
Like she'd be jazzed as soon as the Sosby showed up because that was like she helped me build that thing.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, I'm worried about her ability to sit through the. She's only 6, you know.
Yeah.
Oh well, probably save it for another one. But it would be a fun story.
It would be.
If they do an Origin release, she'd be all over that. She loves the Origin.
Oh, it's so good, right?
Like
I just
Char driving that gun tank. She's just like, yeah. I'm like, oh, you were so my child. This is awesome.
All right, gentlemen. I think it's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, it is. It is the witching hour.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It is getting on there.
It's midnight. It's tomorrow. It's the future.
It is out here.
Hanging out, guys. Thanks a lot for having me along.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for hanging out.
And thank you to everybody that stopped by this evening and participated in the chat. And then that we'll watch this, as I like to say, posthumously or in the future.
We're expecting your 50.
Interchangeable.
We're expecting your 50 Fs.
Exactly. 50 original F in the comments on this video. I'll send you a bottle of paint on me. We'll talk about it. It'll be the paint you want. As long as it's something ridiculous that I have to get shipped from Australia.
Getting some of that E-Day, son.
Maybe it'll be. We'll talk. Depends. We'll have to talk. All right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Phil. Where can they find you?
Guys.
I live on the internet at PhilBuildsStuff, mostly on Instagram. I talk a lot about painting and making things in a not terribly advanced way. So it's all pretty accessible stuff I'm up to. If anybody wants to work along, it's fun. I help people out with painting and building questions on the Gunpla Builders Association Discord on the Anaheim Engineers team. So I can always help with stuff there too. It's a great resource for anybody that's not on there. It's an awesome place full of really nice people that like to help out. So come learn some shit. We'll hang out. Thanks. I'm so bad at sign-offs. I'm the worst. Anyway.
I think you were fine until you said you were bad. Master Paul?
Yeah, Gunpla Paul, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I don't have anything to teach you. Just come talk to me.
I got 4 of everything.
I got 4 of everything. If you want to know what not to buy, I'll tell you.
Paul, the thing about Paul is he knows a lot of stuff. He just doesn't know how to tell you he does. So
I know nothing.
Watch Paul be good at this.
He's Jon Snow. Okay, he's the Jon Snow of the fucking squad. And to me, I'm Brian. I'm Bro Builder. You can find me around. You know where I am. You're on my channel. So I'll see you guys next time with Paul. And we'll see Phil next time he comes around to hang out with us. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
See everybody.